very good morning to you. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. I'm Zoe Brown, and we're going to be having a lot of fun today, all the way through till 9 o'clock. Now, it is Friday, so a lot of people will say it's according to the weekend, and we've been dinosaur crazy these last 2 days on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and with good reason, because of the release of the latest Jurassic Park in cinemas from today. Now, yesterday, JP had the opportunity to chat to the director, and today he's also going to be chatting to the one and only Bryce Dallas Howard, as well as Chris Pratt. Of course, newcomer Dewande Wise is also part of that interview, so you do not want to miss out on any of the Jurassic Park celebrations. Now, what a stellar cast, of course, and then, of course, we're also bringing it a bit closer to home, where we want to challenge the presenters and our crew to show us their best reactions if they were ever encountered with a dinosaur in this day and age. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We are ready to hang out with you, bring you lots of entertainment, but of course, we need to say good morning to you and connect with you. Here's Graham.
Yep, the conversation is going to be running throughout the day. We're going to be laughing throughout the day. Very good morning. My name is Graham Richards. Yes, we have gone a little dino crazy, and that's okay. Of course, Jurassic World Dominion is upon us. It releases in cinemas today. JP has done an amazing job with the interviews yesterday. I think he got a nod of appreciation from director, from two of the actors, and we're going to speak to more of that cast. But we need to involve you in that cast right now. And don't pretend that you haven't pretended at some point in your life that you were faced with a dinosaur. But we want to know this morning from you, if you were the dinosaur, what would your name be? And let's get a little bit creative. We need a laugh. It's been a long week, and we want you to send through your WhatsApp voice notes, as we've been asking all week, to this number, 063408863. What would your dinosaur name be? Maybe throw in a little roar as well, and who knows, we might be playing that voice note live on air. And then, of course, sit tight and be ready for our dinosaur reactions throughout the show. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we want to keep that conversation going, as I said, on our social media platforms throughout the morning. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. Hashtag Expresso Show should appear as many times as possible. We want to hear from you. But let's get this ship out of port and get into our official duties first with those news headlines.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, let's start off with national news. During a sitting of the National Assembly yesterday, President Cyril Ramaphosa vowed that the government would not stop at curbing corruption. He added, and I quote, "The fight against corruption continues, and the net is closing in on those who for years grew fat of the money and resources meant for the benefit of the South African people." Now, Ramaphosa and his deputy, David Mabuza, delivered the presidency's budget vote speech. And meanwhile, President Ramaphosa has said SA is on the cusp of a fundamental transformation in the electricity sector, which is undergoing the most significant reform process in the country's history. Answering in a parliamentary question and answer session, Ramaphosa said that once these changes were implemented, the country would have multiple generators competing with Eskom to supply electricity at the lowest costs and sell power directly to customers. Ramaphosa said the current electricity shortfall is estimated at up to 6,000 megawatts. And moving to news abroad, the new president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, has been inaugurated in the capital, Mogadishu. Now, the ceremony was attended by the leaders of Kenya, Ethiopia and Egypt, and in his inauguration speech, President Mohammed said his main priority was to work for peace across Somalia. He added that he would also consult with the two previous presidents who he beat in the elections last month. He inherits the country facing daunting security challenges, a devastating drought and widespread hunger. He blamed the drought on climate change. And staying with news abroad, the UK government yesterday said it was deeply concerned after Russian news agencies had reported pro-Moscow separatists who had sentenced to death 2 British fighters captured by Russian troops while fighting for Ukraine. And to quote, they say, "We are obviously deeply concerned by this. Under the Geneva Convention, prisoners of war are entitled to combat immunity, and they should not be prosecuted for participating in hostilities." That's the end of the quote, according to the spokesperson for Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Foreign Secretary Liz Truss tweeted, "I utterly condemn the sentencing of Aiden Aslim and Sean Pinner." And two SA schools, West End Primary in Mitchells Plain in Cape Town and Pinelands North Primary in the Mother City, are in the running for a place in the world's top 10 schools. If either one wins, there's a prize of 765,000 Rand waiting. They're competing with schools from countries including Brazil, India, Jamaica and Australia for the award run by T4 Education, which helps teachers worldwide to network, collaborate, share good practices and support each other's efforts to improve learning. Welcoming their shortlisting yesterday, Western Cape Premier Alan Windey said it was a massive achievement. He added, and I quote, "Under the leadership of Principals Anne Morton and Clive Arries, Pinelands North Primary and West End Primary, respectively, have stood out for overcoming adversity by affording every learner the opportunity to succeed in a caring and nurturing school environment." And of course, the learners of these schools have also played an important role in representing their schools and values. That's the end of the quote. Now, the two schools are the only ones from South Africa shortlisted in the award's 5 categories. Well, we certainly wish them all the best of luck. And if there's someone that needs a bit of luck, is hopefully the teams in sport today. Here's a first look at your sport with Graham.
Thank you so much. So as we start with cricket, it seems that more than luck was on their side yesterday as the Proteas dominated David Miller and Rassie van der Dussen. They added 131 runs in just 64 balls for the 4th wicket to take the Proteas to a remarkable 7-wicket win with 5 balls to spare. That was in the first of their 5 T20s against our old foes, India, in Delhi. It was South Africa's highest T20 run chase. In fact, after India had earlier compiled their biggest T20 score of 211 for 4 in Delhi. Now, India reached that total thanks largely to a 76 from Ishan Kishan at the top of the order. But van der Dussen and Miller were immense in South Africa's run chase, with the former ending on 75 not out, while Miller smashed 64 of just 31 balls in a player of the match performance. That second of the 5 T20s takes place this coming Sunday. Then on to football. Not the best outcome from a South African perspective. Sadly, South Africa opened their 2023 African Cup of Nations qualification campaign with a 2-1 loss away to Group K favourites Morocco. That was in Rabat last night. Bafana rode their luck, I think, in that first half, scoring first through Lyle Foster on the counter-attack and then relying on some superb saves from goalkeeper Ronwen Williams. But ultimately, they were outclassed by the Atlas Lions, who levelled through Yusuf N. Nasri early in that second half and then scored a late winner via Ayub Al-Kabi. The hosts dominated the encounter, registering 29 shots at goal compared to just 5 by the South African outfit. And that meant that captain Ronwen Williams had to lead from the back, making 8 incredible saves through the course of the match. South Africa will next play Liberia as we continue that campaign in September. Then high stakes rugby on the way this weekend. The Bulls, they have now named an unchanged starting 15 for their all-important United Rugby Championship semi-final up against Leinster tonight. Now, Jake White has made 4 changes to the bench, though. Experienced former Springbok hooker Bismarck du Plessis will provide cover from the bench, alongside loose head prop Simpiwe Matanzima. Then loose head forward Vijay Steenkamp is also on the bench, and the Pretoria outfit will also welcome back the return of electrifying back Kirtley Arendse, and he'll be on the bench this week after, of course, being sidelined with that finger injury over the past few weeks. While the Bulls narrowly beat the Sharks in those quarterfinals, Leinster were relentless against the Warriors, scoring some 76 points to stamp their authority on the knockout phase. So it's going to be a wall to climb. The Irish side have also already got one over on the Bulls this season, having won the round-robin match 31-3 back in September. Let's hope that is history now. And then, of course, making golfing history at the moment. We've been following the story all week, and it's going to continue to escalate. I think the PGA Tour has now suspended all of its members who are playing in this week's Saudi-funded LIV or Live Golf tournament. So the tournament, being held at Centurion Club near London, is the most lucrative in the history of the game, in fact, with a $25 million prize fund. 6-time major winner Phil Mickelson is among the biggest names to be affected. LIV Golf issued an immediate reply calling the PGA Tour vindictive and said this deepens the divide between the tour and its members. As well as Mickelson, the likes of Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen, and of course the big-hitting Bryson DeChambeau have also joined the series. The money is just too tempting, I think, and that's where we leave our sport for the next few minutes. We'll delve into all of the impending weekend highlights as we go with our next bulletin at 7, but let's bring you the latest on the weather front.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, the SA Weather Services says the Indian summer experienced in the past few days in South Africa is over, as a series of cold fronts are expected to make landfall from Sunday. The first cold front is expected to reach the Western Cape on Sunday evening. Ahead of it, strong northwesterly winds between 50 to 60 kilometers an hour, gusting up to 70 to 80 kilometers an hour, are expected over the southern parts of the Northern Cape and the interior of the Western and Eastern Cape. Another cold front is expected to reach the Western Cape on Monday evening through Wednesday afternoon, bringing much rain in the southwestern parts of the Western Cape. The cold fronts are expected to result in strong winds, high waves, heavy rain, light snow, and a significant drop in temperatures. So best to get the heaters ready and bring out all the warm blankets. We now move on to one of our favorite parts of the morning, where we showcase your gorgeous sunrise photos that we receive on our Expresso WhatsApp line. Now, Simon from Uitenhage shared this spectacular view of his of the sky, beautifully filled with hues melting into one another. And Clint from Gqeberha captured this beautiful photo of a cloud-filled sky being illuminated perfectly as the sun begins to rise. It looks like a screensaver. Well, let's get into your temperatures for today. If you're in Polokwane, a sunny day with a low of 4, a high of 20. Mbombela 10, reaching a high of 22. Sunny in Pretoria, 6 is your low, 21 your high. Johannesburg 5, reaching a high of 19. Mahikeng 5, 23. Klerksdorp 2, 22. Kimberley 4, reaching a high of 21. It's sunny in Bloemfontein, but a cool start of -1 and a high of 20. Richards Bay 13, reaching a high of 22. Pietermaritzburg 7, 22. Durban 14, 23. Mthatha 6 with a high of 23. East London 14 is your low, 22 your high. Cradock 2, reaching a high of 22. Gqeberha 11, reaching a high of 27. George 13 with a high of 23. Cape Town partly cloudy, a low of 16, a high of 25. Worcester 14, 26. Sutherland 8 with a high of 19 for today. And Uppington, your low is 8 and your high 26 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where I leave your weather for now. Another update coming your way shortly after 7.
Well, first of all, Zoe, boo to the cold front. Okay, let's savor the last few drops of sunrise and sunsets that we can. So please keep those pictures coming. We absolutely love them. And then we want the voice notes to be coming. Of course, Jurassic World Dominion is going to be breaking in cinemas in South Africa today. JP Sebastian is bringing us more amazing interviews. He knocked them out of the park yesterday. And of course, he speaks to Chris Pratt today. 0634088863. Send us your dinosaur voice notes. And we also want to see your dinosaur reactions. If a dinosaur had to break into the room right now, what would you do? And then if you make them really good, I'll reward you with some beautiful shoe buns filled with chocolate mousse. And then, of course, Jodye Yankees is going to be performing for you all morning. We'll get to know it in just a moment. Stick around.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Now, I'm very excited to introduce you to our next guest. She's a singer and songwriter, Jodye Yankees, blessing us today on our stage with some tracks from her newly released album, Woorde. Now, it was released just last year and it's got a total of 10 tracks on the album, and she's here to perform 3 of them. Now, many will say she's shy and quiet, but this Afrikaans pop star is letting loose on the Expresso stage today, and we are so happy to have her here. But let's take a look at some of her incredible work. Oh, how amazing! Jodye Yankees on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. She's here with us today. Of course, it's so excited to have you here. How does it feel seeing yourself on screen? I feel like I always need to ask the people the question, because not only do you hear yourself, but you get to see your hard work on display for the rest of South Africa to see.
It's really weird at first. It was like weird for me to see me on stage, but it was also like it was amazing to see me on stage, because I've always had this dream of being on stage and singing. So it's really amazing to see myself there finally.
And you've got a very special story, because you've got a speech impediment and your music has helped you to overcome this. How have you been able to use your music to be able to really express yourself? Music has really helped me. I mean, Jodye 7 years ago would never be here, speaking to you. But I remember in 2016, I entered for the cafe. And ever since then, they really helped me, and they really showed me that there is something special inside of me, and they've really helped me with that. And then with my music, it's really helped me to basically express myself easier. Even though I can't really say normally how I'm feeling today, but my music is going to tell you. And that
so it really helped me.
So beautiful. And I know you've also recently collaborated with Karen Zoid. Are you allowed to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. Firstly, it was an amazing experience. I've always been such a big fan of her. Really always been such a big fan of her and her music. And I've always said I am going to work with her, but I didn't expect it to happen so early in my career. But yeah, it was an amazing experience. I think she really helped me a lot. The experience on that woman, I learned so much from her. I'm so grateful.
That is amazing. So any other local artists that you would love to collaborate with? Because you prefer to sing in Afrikaans, right?
Yes.
Okay, so any other Afrikaans musicians you would like to collaborate with? Because I'm a true believer in you put it in the universe and it will happen. You said you've always wanted to collaborate with Karen Zoid, and look, it happened.
Yes, and it happened. And yes, I believe that so strongly. I remember I was 20 years old, and then I told myself, you know what? I am going to be nominated for a Summer Award, and yeah, I am nominated for the Summer Award, so I believe in that. So I'm going to put it out there, and I really want to collaborate with Emo Adams one day.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'll be really cool.
And Emo Adams is a friend of the show, so I'm pretty sure he's watching right now. That would be amazing. Now, how did it feel for you when you released your first album? How does this encapsulate what Jodye is all about? Because you said 7 years ago Jodye would not be comfortable to sit on the couch today, but today's Jodye is so vibrant and she's got such a beautiful light about her. How does this album capture who you are?
It's called Woorde, and I used the very thing that you used to basically scare me, and also the very thing that I thought is going to keep me back. but ek het iets daaruit mooi gemaak. You know, I made something beautiful out of that. And woorde is basically an array of genres, you know, because it is a representation of me as a woman, as a spiritual being, but also as a coloured woman in South Africa as well. So it's all of those things wrapped up in one.
In Afrikaans is so 'n mooi taal. Dit is so descriptive. Dit is regtig mooi. Wel Jodye, dit is wonderlik om jou hier te hê. I can't wait to hear you perform. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jodye Yankees on your Feel Good Breakfast show. She's performing for us today. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss out on any of her performances.
It's that time. We're bringing it to the kitchen for some kitchen inspiration. I'll tell you this. Christmas. We know Christmas. We love it. It's a time for special moments. And of course, delicious treats with those that you love, that you care about. And here at Expresso, sorry, I'm already eating some of the ingredients, okay? Christmas comes early as we search for South Africa's best friends baking duo. I mean, it's all the hype at the moment. You and a friend of yours do stand the chance to win a 50,000 Rand grand prize in the Ultimate Christmas in July bake by simply, you know, entering the Golden Baker search and showing off your skills, okay? Now, to get the inspiration flowing, G-Doggy is here in the kitchen.
We're going to have some fun,
and when
my
you're
friend.
here, I know it's a good time.
It is going to be a good time. It's going to be a flavorful time. And I used the word cascade yesterday, and everyone laughed at me, okay?
Yeah, I watched you, and I only stopped laughing last night.
Well, we're going to do a cascade once again. We're going to create the most amazing tower of these little shoe buns. They're going to be filled with chocolate mousse, drizzled with white chocolate. And, of course, that's when Beacon steps in, and we're going to dress them however you want with some beautiful sweets.
If we can still find some.
Yeah, if there are any left there. But no, dude, it comes with the territory. You eat as much as you like. We've got supplies. I love it. And, of course, this edition of the Golden Cloud Baker Search Junior, this is about friends cooking together. So I'm going to need your help, buddy. So you're going to do some piping, and I'm going to take care of the shoe pastry for now. So this is, and we're going to break it up into stages because you do have to let things cool as you go because you're dealing with eggs. So let's start with our butter and our water in our pot. You get that to a boiling point and you put in the sugar.
Are you combining the butter with the water?
Yep, you do that in the pan, and this is how you make the shoe. Let's get this
sort of fluffy, I suppose,
mixed, easy peasy. And this has got all the kind of festive vibes of a Christmas in July. We absolutely love that.
And then, of course, smell like it too.
We put in our hero ingredients, our Golden Cloud cake flour, and this is ideal for shoe buns. It's beautiful, it's light, really good quality product, and we're going to mix that through.
It's really the secret that comes through in all of the softness that you will get out of this. Now, Golden Cloud cake flour, it does certainly, without a doubt, make for the perfect, you know, the bun texture that you really do want. That secret is in the softness, and you will see it. You'll feel it yourself. And whether you like to indulge in pure milk chocolate, or if you enjoy, let's say, for example, darker chocolate, Beacon has the perfect 2 slabs for you to choose from, you know, for that quick treat or to add any of your chocolatey bakes this winter. It really is all about bringing your flavor into the mix. And you're mixing things up over there, G-Dog?
Yeah, so now here, as I said, it comes together in a beautiful little dough ball like that.
Nice.
So, here,
what do I do?
major warning.
Okay.
Let it cool, okay? Let this dough ball cool, and you can see how that butter has enriched that dough. It looks absolutely beautiful. Why I say let it cool is because the next phase we shift across here is to introducing our eggs. I've already put one in there just to get the process going, but if this is too hot, the eggs are going to what?
They're going to cool it.
Yeah, no, they're going to
Okay, cool.
And you're going to be eating a fried egg and scrambled eggs in your shoe bun. Don't want that. You're going to say, shoe bun, shoe. Okay, so we're going to add the rest of our eggs to our dough.
Because what I'm trying to find out now is how I'm going to get this piping going. Is it at the end of that process?
Yeah, so what we've done now is, so we'll create, this will go into our little piping bag, and I'll start making our little kind of quenelle efforts, if you will.
Perfect.
But when you poke them to let out the steam, you'll see there's a little hole at the base there.
Yes, but it's tiny, eh?
It's tiny, but you're going to open that up, and you're going to put a little bit of chocolate mousse inside these little shoe buns, like kind of mini eclairs, if you will. And then you're just going to start beautifully lining them up on our plate.
You have to make sure, I suppose, when with your piping bag, that, you know, that open mouth piece of it is sort of like small enough to go into whatever hole you would have created, right?
You can open it up a little bit. I would say you want to be generous because you want a nice amount of chocolate mousse. And incidentally, I mean, we've gone with...
Okay, well, you have to pick your friends wisely when you pick the friend that you're going to enter into this
my
competition.
buddy, ride or die, my friend.
I mean, what a thing to happen. Okay, what a thing to happen.
Okay, you can always recover. You can always recover.
Eat the moose. I don't know.
You can eat the moose.
Which I won't do. Certainly will not be doing. Okay, let's get rid of that. The thing with baking is that it's always trial and error. I mean, probably more error if you pick the wrong friend for the competition. Okay,
No,
let me see you.
At least it creates a little bit of drama, man, and we love that. So we've got our baking sheet here, and I'm making our little eclair buns, if you will.
Yeah.
And we're going to fill these guys, or these are going to kind of pop into the oven, 180 degrees. As I said, it's when they start to crisp up on the outside, you just want to give them a little bit of a poke with a skewer just to let that steam out.
Perfect.
And that'll create, obviously, your little cavern inside, and then you can start filling them, start stacking them, and then you've got a little bit of white chocolate and our beautiful beacon sweets.
But don't forget
to dress after the fact.
Right, which you can add into the actual mix, or you can top up and add on the top of your creation. Either way, it's going to be really nice. Now, tip for piping. Can I show you what I've learned today? Is you don't just now hold it like this, eh? And then go. No, it's going to do what's just happened to me here now. But please do go on to expressoshow.com, show us your creation and enter the competition, because Christmas comes early on Expresso as Golden Cloud and Beacon. They really are searching for South Africa's best friends baking duo. You know, from go-go's and grandkids to high school buddies. No matter your age, grab your best friend. Then stand the chance to win that grand prize worth 50,000 rand in the ultimate Christmas in July bake-off. Now, to enter, go on to, your journey of creating your bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon. Now, share your photo. We want to see that photo of the bake. Don't be shy to show us any mishaps that do take place in your own kitchen, because there probably will be some.
These, in fact, do include that.
Now, the Golden Baker Search Christmas in July edition. This competition post is available on our Facebook and Twitter, and you can get all of the entry on, or rather your entries in on our WhatsApp line 063 814 2300 using the hashtag Golden Baker Search, and tell us why you are Mzansi's best baking duo and why you think your creation is the best. You could be one of 5 finalists competing live here on Expresso for that grand prize. Winning duo will also be crowned live right here on the show in July. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon, and this competition will close on the 17th of July. And details and T's and C's, you can find them on expressoshow.com. Okay, Jodye.
Give it another go, come on.
No, I'm just going to eat this one.
I hope you'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. That you'll be brave and joyful and kind. And that one day, when you look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Now, Tabsy, you weren't here yesterday, but we went dinosaur crazy on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
What did you guys do?
We got to find out about, we did a lot of that.
Yeah.
We found out about dinosaurs, and of course, JP Sebastian started chatting to the director and cast of Jurassic World Dominion, and the compliments that came from the cast, absolutely amazing. He knocked it out of the park. Oh, wow. And right now, he's about to chat to the two leading stars of the film, and no doubt is going to knock it out at the park again.
Hi, so I'm JP Sebastian for Expresso, all the way from South Africa. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Hello.
What's up? How you doing, JP?
It is a real pleasure to be talking with you guys. Thank you for taking the time out to join us.
Our pleasure.
So, Chris, could you do me a solid though? If I get too talkative or too excited, oh geez, guy, could you just maybe reach out? There we go. Bryce, if you could make clicking noises with your face, Bryce, then my attention will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more dolphin. I need to click, not dolphin.
All right.
I'll do.
You're already doing it.
Peace. Thank you. My inner blue. Okay, so speaking about inner emotions, feelings, and all that kind of stuff, we could talk about the thrills, the spills, the technical, and all of that, but I was really surprised as a dude who's usually a grouch about movies. Two emotions I want to talk to you about individually. Bryce, starting with you. A centerpiece for me, in a way. So everyone's got their monsters. I'm a dude who digs dinosaurs as much as anyone, but it's not necessarily the thing that I find like the apex of scary as far as movies go. Give me witches, whatever. But how does an actor get me to feel tense and fear with the scene where you've now parachuted into the jungle, the submergence scene? Talk to us about shooting that. Scary.
Oh, that was actually the parachuting scene was the first thing that I shot when we came back after having been shut down, as we all experienced in March of 2020. And I remember it was kind of thinking at first like, oh, this is going to be just like a simple thing. I'm like sitting in a parachute like seat, I mean, that was when I got all those bruises.
Yeah.
That you were like, you've got to post that. It ended up being like one of the most physically challenging things that I've ever done, because you're just like throwing yourself around in this seat and all of that. But, I mean, I find that when someone, maybe this is just pathetic, but like if someone screams, I get afraid. Like my nervous system reacts to it. Like it can't not. And so just when you start sort of like screaming and panicking, it gets your own nervous system going, and then hopefully it's impacting the audience, and the audience's nervous system is going. And so I think that the answer is just screaming a lot by screaming.
Specifically, however, I can't go back to the answer, unfortunately, because I'm eating my time. But I was talking about after that, the thing with the long claws and you submerging yourself under the water, even though it's not necessarily like pound for pound, punchy kind of thing, like it's still super tense. But obviously your seat scene too, the breathing is so important. You obviously know that so well as an actress. Pooped myself.
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
So, firstly, I've got to say on Fear, great job that, like it's not necessarily 100% macho man swashbuckling. The fear is important in your character too. But the other emotion that I wanted to talk about is I was super surprised to find that I was welling up with some scenes where you're herding them with horses. And you're reaching out to the one dinosaur. It's not necessarily like super messianic and grandiose and champion and all that kind of stuff, but there was no temptation to do something goofy. How do you bring about that sort of really emotional? I welled up watching that. What's shooting that scene like?
Well, I mean, really, just having absolute trust in our director. Colin Trevorrow is a fantastic director. He wrote this character. He knows this character as, certainly as well as me. And so it's really a collaboration there. And just putting your trust into somebody, because really you're oftentimes looking at something that's not there. Or in this case, we had like a sort of, not a full animatronic, but like a kind of a puppet type of head. So it's really a collaboration, kind of coming up with the physicality, and always taking it seriously, never goofing around, never making fun of it. Understanding that the audience will suspend disbelief. This is going to be real, and so treating it real. The stakes are high, just like if you were herding a wild Mustang or something like that. It's dangerous, but there's a certain natural beauty there as well, and I think just really trusting Colin that he's not going to leave me hanging out to dry, because it's pretty embarrassing to do those scenes when you're like, there's nothing there, and you're like having a whole moment with like air. You know, it could be pretty bad. So you have to trust that he's not going to let you suck.
Yeah, that you're taking care of.
Yeah.
Acting is a weird job, you guys, but you pulled it
weird,
off.
so weird.
Knocked it out the park. I've been walking around like Borat, like since I've seen this movie. I need to go for surgery. I'm going to get these, I don't know, put down somehow. But guys, excellent. Congratulations. You wrapped one of the most important series in film of all time on a stupendous high. I can't believe it, because like I said, total grouch usually. Guys did an excellent job. Thank you so much for your time here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Like Chris was saying, I mean, Colin Trevorrow was really the architect of the Jurassic World movies, and we were so lucky to have been chosen by him to be involved in this, and he's taken incredible care of us as people and of our characters, so we're very lucky.
It's the truth.
The seriousness, the urgency, all comes across, guys. Good job. Great message. Also, just tons of fun. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bryce Dallas Howard and, of course, Chris Pratt, two superstars. Hey, like Patty in his hand. Absolutely brilliant, JP Sebastian. We're going to keep those interviews coming. Of course, we are going a little dino crazy today because we love dinosaurs. We love this franchise, and we love the fact that, of course, now 30 years of dinosaur history, modern history, come together in this beautiful film. But, of course, if we're going to ask you guys to do something online and have a little bit of fun, we surely have to do it ourselves.
So, what are we doing?
Tasking ourselves as the presenters, okay? And the crew as well. We want to see their best reaction if they were to encounter a dinosaur, let's say, for example, in this day and age, okay, in your house, maybe, where you work, for example, and get some real good, you know, reactions. Maybe some actors, some actresses in our country.
And some terrible acting as well at that. But let's inspire you with some of our own reactions. Take a look.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. See and touch. Creation is an act of sheer will. Life will find a way.
We created an ecological disaster.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Come back.
I always come back.
That's another plane, right?
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
Oh, well done, crew. Hey, you can see clearly people needed to let out some pent-up frustration or something. Absolutely. And don't pretend you haven't done it at home yourself. But here's the good news, guys. We want to reward you, in fact, and let you go a little dino crazy as well. So get this. You stand the chance of winning one of 5 unbelievably cool Jurassic World Dominion hampers. If you're a fan of the film, you're going to love these.
That's right. So all we ask of you to do is to upload a picture of yourself with the scariest. I'm talking about the scariest Jurassic World raw. You can send your pictures to Expresso's Facebook page. The competition closes next week, Wednesday at midday, and there are some T's and C's that can be found on expressoshow.com.
Do your best one.
Right, my best one. This is what I was trying to do yesterday, because you want to play it cool, and you're like, oh, it's a mommy, play dead. That's it.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, or should I say? Listen, we're a bit scared here because there's dinosaurs and all kinds of reactions taking part because it's a little bit of a Jurassic World Dominion takeover.
And it's a chance for the city ones on set to get extra city today, and we love it. And we know that there are a lot of city ones out there as well. We are united like that. So we put it to you guys this morning to start the conversation. Let us know, if you were a dinosaur, what kind of dinosaur would you be and what would your name be, please? So we want you to send us those voice notes because you always inspire us. And we've got some funny viewers, so I'm expecting these to be pretty good this morning. You can send us a WhatsApp voice note on 063 40 8863. We want to know what dinosaur name you would take, and a little raw wouldn't hurt. Okay.
In fact, so while we're doing this and giving you a bit of a chance to go and record your dinosaur name and send that through, yesterday we welcomed JP's, approving review, because that's what he did for Jurassic World Dominion and his 2 exceptional interviews with
director Colin Trevorrow, and he nailed the name the second time out. And then, of course, a brilliant star on the rise, Mamadou Atie. And naturally, next would be the turn of the side lady, DeWanda Wise, who also blew his mind. And she plays Kayla Watts, a bushwhacking, action-packed pilot in today's guaranteed big screen blockbuster. I think this one is going to give the fans what they want, but let's meet Wanda.
My name is JP Sebastian. I'm here for Expresso all the way from South Africa. DeWanda Wise, hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Thank you so much for taking time out to do this with me. I appreciate it. So I have to ask you 2 newcomer questions.
Okay, great.
And the thing is, now you're immortalized in one of the most important film series of all time.
There's a Lego. It's real. Go ahead.
So what was the sort of like penny drop, the light bulb moment, the sun bursting through the clouds moment where you clicked and you went, I'm in a Jurassic Park World movie? What is that feeling like, and when did it happen?
I'm still having them. They're not over. They're not over, Miguel. Every step of this, I can tell you all of them. It's like, meet with the director. He says, I want you in this movie. Steven Spielberg said yes. Read the script. Script is amazing. Kayla's amazing. Get to set. See all the sets. This is crazy. Colin's sending me like, this is your action figure. This is your Lego. Do you have any notes? Every single step. There's posters now. Posters. I'm on the poster. Why am I on the poster? I'm on the poster. Every step of this is just like, what is happening? I'm into it.
You're probably pretty much doubting if I'm probably a hologram. All of this is some sort of weird experiment. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yes.
So speaking of Kayla Watts, your character in, I should say, Jurassic World Dominion, I was really pleased that it could have been totally stereotypical, kind of like, the snarky boss lady kind of thing, which, there's no problem within itself, but you're a woman with agency, this character has. She has to make serious choices, and she's dynamic. How do you design Kayla Watts? And just tell her a bit about us, too.
Kind of from the ground up. My process is very nerdy, and it's like the same for everything I do. It doesn't matter if it's an indie film, a play, or like a blockbuster film. And, the thing that made it really pop is the level of collaboration. I have like these 30-page or so character bios, and I first shared it with Colin, and Colin shared it with production, and so a lot of her kind of backstory and her characterization is really woven into the fabric of, it's in wardrobe, it's in her living environment, it's on the plane, you know what I mean? And so that's why she feels as real and multidimensional as she does.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, you get what I'm saying. Could have easily been a device, an apparatus that moves the larger thing along. But you gave her life. You fully fleshed out that character. Good job.
Thank you.
Incredible. Then we got to obviously talk about the action stuff too. So you've got your hands dirty, tasing a bunch of dinos and a bunch of dudes. What for you was your favorite action sequence of this really hands-on character, Kayla Watts?
I talked about my favorite action sequence is probably the airplane action sequences, because it's the first time you really get to see her like take command of her space, and it's where she lives. But it is definitely hard. It's difficult to choose your favorite, because my first 2 weeks on set was the ice sequence, and it was very special because it felt like, a one-on-one masterclass with Chris Pratt. So that's also a time and a moment and free education that I cherish to the core of my being, for sure.
And speaking of free education, can you talk about the feeling of working with just incredible actors like Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum, that you were part of uniting that old guard? Mind-blowing.
Yeah, mind-blowing. Second time working with Sam Neill, so it's just, it's amazing. And the thing about Laura Dern is is there are actors you meet, and they're like, don't meet your heroes or whatever, da-da-da-da. Laura Dern is a woman you meet who exceeds what you thought and what you hoped and what you dreamed, she truly is one of the most funny and effervescent and witty, and she's just a pretty princess, and I'm obsessed with her, and she knows that. So nothing that I say is too much, and those are my kind of people.
Hope she sees this. No, seriously, all of you did an incredible job, and Jesus, the way that, again, that woman brings life, focus, even though they could totally dial it in at this point.
And they don't. They really don't. I mean, not for nothing, Jeff Goldblum comes like I come. Like, he comes, like, with his whole, like, his is handwritten. You know what I mean? His, like, character thing is handwritten. He writes, like, a ton of alts for himself, because Colin's great. Colin lets us improvise, to really like fill out the world and make it real and alive. And so, I mean, there's no phoning it in, not in Jurassic World Dominion.
Actually surprising, a lot of people think that, someone like Jeff Goldblum is kind of winging it, but everyone, all of you, organic. All of you, the truly part of a larger family now. That was really, really impressive. You did such a great job. You can be totally proud of yourself, and I hope you stole from every actor you wanted, including Jordan's phone number.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hope to see you in many more. Thank you so much for your time, to Wonderwise. It was really a pleasure speaking to you today.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, but she is stunning.
Gorgeous. Absolutely. And JP Sebastian, buddy, just some of the best work ever. The compliments that he's gotten from that side, amazing stuff, representing for our country with the superstars of Jurassic World Dominion. And of course, we wanted you to play your part this morning and let us know, if you could be a dinosaur, what would your dinosaur name be?
I mean, this is really interesting. In fact, we've got lots and lots of voice notes coming through. The first one is from Nesentu out in the Eastern Cape. Masive ke nono.
Everyone, good day, beautiful team. Yo, my dinosaur name would have been Dinosaur. I'm loving it. This is Nosinto Mcimeli from Engamakwe. Chickens are crying or soaring outside.
See, the chickens are crying. The chickens would definitely cry with the dinosaur.
Hey, there'll be no more chickens left. I absolutely love that. Then we've got Khomotsegang from the northwest sent this through.
If I was a dinosaur, my name will be Booga. And I will go like this.
Oh, let's just come back for more. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's my voice note of the day. We've got Colleen in Cape Town. Let's see if she can better that. I don't think so.
Good morning, Expresso. Colleen here. I will go by the name of Dino King.
I love it.
Constance, please. You've got to top Colleen's one. Let's hear what you had to say.
Dino King.
Hello, my name is Josh Yankees, and my dinosaur name would be Josh Rex. And my role is...
You wouldn't.
He had to build for that one.
Wow.
Joshua, that was a nice one, man. Dino Rex.
Some very
Joshua
competitive
Rex.
dinosaur showcases that are coming through here. Which one's been your favorite so far?
I'm going to go with Little Man because that's something that Jack would do.
Yeah.
He would definitely be a Jack Rex, without a doubt.
A baby
Keep him coming. We'd love to hear from you. Send us your voice notes. What would your dino name be? And how would your roar sound? 063 40 88863. That's our WhatsApp line. We want to get those voice notes coming. And thank you so much. Some brilliant ones already. Now let's head back to the...
The chickens are crying!
Oh, the chickens are crazy, and this one is going to be a delicious recipe. Now, how does this sound? A juicy meat sandwich. It really is one of those things that is guaranteed to make your dad appreciate Father's Day that's happening this weekend. Now, a perfectly toasted pita filled with a fresh yogurt dip and a succulent meat topped with a sweet and spicy sauce. Now, this is the epitome of handheld love. Now, I'm going to invite our dad in studio, G-Man. G-Man is here, and you're going to help us make this recipe
because I'm so excited. To be honest, this is my vibe. This is my lane when it comes to food. The kind of meze, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, really good quality, clean protein, which I think the Mediterranean approach to food is very clean and healthy and fresh, pops with flavor, and of course it just looks absolutely awesome. And it's going to kind of make you feel like a caveman, okay? I'm all about that on Father's Day. But it's actually really, as spectacular as it looks, it's really simple and easy to do.
And that's the best recipes. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with the yogurt. I've just got some plain yogurt here and a bit of parsley that I'm going to chop up, and that will be our dipping yogurt.
And you want that. You want a fresh prop. I mean, if you can go with the herbs that you like. You want to. I would possibly add a little bit of garlic powder or fresh garlic into that as well, just to give it a bit more flavor. But for me, it's about having that balance. So you want something fresh to balance out the intensity of our meat, and then, of course, in this case, we're going with a very nice, clean protein in the form of our chicken. So I'm going to get cracking on that. Nice, good quality olive oil, just to give it a bit of a coating and help our spices and our herbs to really bond there. And of course, we've gone with our Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil, which is fantastic. It's going to have a great flavor note as well. And I think it's the perfect complement. And of course, we are mixing together some beautiful herbs here. We've got our smoked paprika.
Ooh, and that always goes so well with chicken. You mentioned some garlic powder and onion powder. I feel like that's something I recently discovered.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was saying this to Carl yesterday as he played with his miniature bowl and his miniature cup, that our garlic powder seems to be the hero ingredient that's snuck into almost every recipe we've done. I don't know if we've been sleeping on this, but it's absolutely amazing. Then, of course, our onion powder going in as well. And then you can season to taste. I'm going to give it a generous season, because this is going to obviously be dripping with awesome, beautiful juices. And then we're just going to mix it through and get a little bit dirty, because you're going to have to get get your hands dirty with this one because we're going to be then skewering them and creating our beautiful little tower of joy and love.
Can I help you with the base of the tower? So we're using an onion for the base.
And yeah, I mean, you want it to be quite stable and sturdy. I mean, you can use something else, a metal ring or something that you've got that'll serve, but I like the idea of the onion adding its kind of own flavor vibe to that. So we're going to pop a lemon on the top, but you're going to have a nice stable base in the form of the onion. Perfect. And then we're just going to start layering these guys.
Look at that.
Over. How funky is that?
And then you simply pop it into the oven, and you need to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, and
keep basting it throughout.
Well, that's the thing. We've got this beautiful sriracha paste to put on, and you know, every few minutes you just want to check on it. Obviously, you don't want to lose too much heat in the oven. I mean, I would love to do this in like a Weber or something like that would be absolutely great.
Yeah. But if you do want to pop this into the oven, it can be 45 minutes to an hour, but obviously just keep an eye on it. You also don't want your chicken to dry out.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why we've got a beautiful basting sauce, and then what we're going to do is pop our onion on top.
Our lemon.
Voila! Our lemon on top, and then we are going to give it one little base just to get us going. And just imagine the intensity of these flavors set against the nice neutral sounding board of a beautiful crisp pita, and then of course the freshness of our gorgeous yogurt dip, which you have done such a brilliant job with.
I chopped every bit of parsley.
Look at that.
Look at that.
And then of course you just head over and slice off your favorite piece, and you let Dad do this. Oh, look at that.
And then you obviously have it with your pita. I see how sneaky you are, because now this is Graham's breakfast.
Yeah, no, completely. This whole thing. I will share a little bit.
Well, have a bite. Tell us how spicy it is, what you think of the flavor components. But if you want to get your hands on this delicious chicken kebab stack, we have the recipe available for you. It's on our website, expressoshow.com. What is the verdict?
So you guys at home, amazing. Everyone else, yeah, it's awful. Terrible. You don't want it. You don't want any of it.
He wants it all for himself.
Magic. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Are you a newly qualified chef looking to pocket a whopping 15,000 Rand in cash and the title of Exceller Young Chef for 2022? Then listen up and enter now. Entry is easy. Simply follow the Exceller Young Chef competition link on Afternoon Express's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages and upload a video of you sharing your name, a short intro about yourself, when and where you qualified, and your signature Exceller dish using Exceller Thai long grain rice, sunflower oil, or mayonnaise. T's and C's do apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
you dinosaur lovers. You are going to continue our dino celebrations and, of course, hear Jodye Yankees perform in just a moment. But first, let's get back into those news headlines.
That's right. Just after 7 o'clock here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we start off with our national headlines. The National Taxi Alliance says it will be business as usual despite reports of a planned national shutdown today over high fuel prices. There have been a number of messages and posters circulating on social media platforms, particularly on WhatsApp, calling for a national shutdown. National Taxi Alliance spokesperson Theo Malele, however, said negotiations with government over the high fuel prices are ongoing. And the South African National Taxi Council also dismissed rumours of a national shutdown. Staying here at home, during a sitting of the National Assembly yesterday, President Cyril Ramaphosa vowed that his government would not stop at curbing corruption. He added, and I quote, "The fight against corruption continues and the net is closing in on those who for years grew fat off the money and resources meant for the benefit of South Africa's people." Ramaphosa and his deputy David Mabuza delivered the presidency's budget vote speech. In international headlines, Bill Gates believes that COVID-19 has given humanity an opportunity to prepare for future pandemics, especially those that could destabilize society, and it would cost an estimated $1 billion a year. He called for the world to create a global team of some 3,000 infectious disease experts to help all countries improve their epidemic responses and equip local scientists with the means to report outbreaks. Gates said that there's more than 50% chance of another pandemic in the next 20 years. And staying abroad, the new president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has been inaugurated at the capital of Mogadishu. The ceremony was attended by leaders of Kenya, Ethiopia, Egypt, as well as Djibouti. In his inauguration speech, President Mohamud said that his main priority was to work for peace across Somalia. He added that he would also consult with the two previous presidents who he beat in the elections last month. He inherits a country facing daunting security challenges, a devastating drought and widespread hunger, and he blamed the drought on climate change. Now, the highly anticipated opening of the new Helderberg Nature Reserve's Eco Building in Somerset West took place on World Environment Day and is now open to visitors. The Helderberg Environmental Centre, as it will be known, is a new state-of-the-art green sustainable building and an off-the-grid multi-purpose centre for the city of Cape Town and Cape Nature. It's a beacon of what can be done using repurposed items such as unrecyclable plastics, which are placed in eco bricks and tires. Now, Peter McIntosh, founder of the National Building Collective, headed the project, which made use of some 8,000 eco bricks and 900 truck tires. Cape Town's Executive Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis officiated during the opening, and he said that the new centre provided the perfect setting for the various environmental education programs. The setting of the reserve on the slopes of the Helderberg overlooking Falls Bay makes it an ideal location to teach communities about the Western Cape's plant and animal kingdom. Animals in the reserve include Cape leopard, the caracal, grey duiker, steenbok, mongoose, as well as padloper tortoises, as well as 170 species of birds. There's a lot, and 600 plants there as well that you can find, so please do go out and check it out when you can. And now time for us to see what's happening in the weather.
Thank you, Tabsy. Well, let's take a look at your weather, and first a bit of news. Nelson Mandela Bay's second largest supply dam is no longer able to supply the metro with water. The metro says in a statement that the barge pump station at the Mpofu Dam must now be decommissioned. It says the Mpofu Dam levels are so low that the pumps are at risk of sucking up sediment as the pumps are close to the bottom of the dam basin. Meanwhile, the metro says water supply is being pumped as it becomes available from the Churchill Dam following the completion of maintenance to this pipeline. But unfortunately, there is a peak in demand that is delaying the recovery of the recycling system. Now, this leaves the Churchill system with a deficit of about 28 megalitres per day. The Metro stated previously that it could also no longer draw water from the largest supply dam, the Koga, as it's also reached its quota. The remaining water in the Koga is for agricultural use. And we now move on to a lighter note as we look to see the views experienced by you, our viewers. And this is a beautiful one sent in by William Dlamini from De Doorns, sharing this beautiful shot of the sun rising from behind the mountains and casting a pink glow. And then Nigel Waterboer from Atlantis started his day by the ocean, where he captured this bold sunrise. What a beautiful way to start off the day. Now, if you have a gorgeous photo that you'd love to share with us, you're welcome to do so on the Expresso WhatsApp line. That number is 063-408-8863. But let's get into your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 4 and a high of 24 today. Mbombela 10, reaching a high of 22. Pretoria 621. Johannesburg 5 with a high of 19. Mahikeng 523. Klerksdorp 2 with a high of 22. Kimberley 4, reaching a high of 21. Bloemfontein -1, reaching a high of 20. If you're in Richards Bay, a low of 13 and a high of 22 can be expected. Pietermaritzburg 7, reaching a high of 22. Durban 14-23, Mthatha 6 with a high of 23, East London 14 reaching a high of 22. It's sunny in Cradock, 2's your low, 22 your high, Gqeberha 11 with a high of 22, George, your low is 13, your high 23, Cape Town 16 reaching a high of 25. Worcester 14-26, Sutherland 8 with a high of 19, and Uppington, your low is 8 and your high 26 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where we leave your weather for now. I'll have a final update for you shortly after 8.
So this little gem beside me, Jodye Yankees, is a phenom making a name for herself, not just on the Afrikaans music scene, but she is about to break nationwide, and with good reason. She is so unbelievably talented, and she is representing. And this morning, she is going to open her account and get you on your feet. So as Carl always says, you better move the coffee table right now. Here is a performance of Guma Kur. Enjoy.
Ik sneeuw die enigste in. Mama vat my huis toe. Mama roep my thuis toe. Het sang vir my, kuma, 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 koe. En sing daar kom die Alabama, hy kom oor die see. Daar kom die Alabama. Mama, oh mama, kan jy my hoor? Oh mama, oh ja, ek verlang my toe. Sing vir my van Rosa. In die maanden van die jaar, van die maan wat helder skyn, en die meisie blik uit stil rokkie, oeh, mama vat my huis toe, mama roep my thuis toe, sing vir my, kom mama, kom mama, kom mama, kom mama, mama vat my huis toe, mama roep my thuis toe. Oh, sing vir my, kom mama, kom mama, kom mama, kom mama, en sing daar kom die Alabama, hy kom
Oh man, I've missed that Scouser smirk. Look at him, even losing in the Champions League final. I'm so sorry. Hasn't made him lose his luster. Mike Pedro is back, and it's time to talk a little sport. This is awesome. There is the potential for an all-South African final in the United Rugby Championship. How far we've come. Of course, the Stormers and the Bulls set to take part in their semi-finals, respectively, this weekend. So the Stormers, they'll have that home advantage, which they really have used immensely, I think, throughout the season. That's when they play Ulster tomorrow, while the Bulls are in Ireland for their clash against Leinster. It's going to be a tough one. And of course, to preview the matches, our sports producer and anchor, Michael Pedro, and we want you guys to please weigh in. We want your thoughts on the weekend's action. Send us a voice note, 0634088863. If you're a Stormers or a Bulls fan, put your hand up. How far we've come, my friend. It could be an all-South African final in the United Rugby Championship. I remember those first few games, we were like, we don't even know the rules in the Northern Hemisphere. How are we going to do this? We have come so far, yet there is a mountain to climb for the Bulls. Probably their toughest test up against the form team in European rugby, I think, for the last 2 decades. Leinster, how are you feeling about this one? Is it a bridge too far?
Yeah, I think it might be, to be honest. I think if the Bulls were playing at home, they would obviously have a better chance because all the South African teams have been excellent at home this season. But going over to Europe, playing in Leinster's backyard, I mean, Leinster beat Warriors 76-14 in a quarter-final.
And they've beaten the Bulls already.
And they've beat the Bulls already earlier in the season. I think it was 31-3 or something like that. So they've got that upper hand. They've got the momentum from that massive win in the quarterfinals, finishing top of the table in the group stages as well. So everything points to Leinster.
That being said, let's play devil's advocate here. And semi-finals and finals have taught us that form means nothing in those crunch moments. Momentum and timing possibly do, and what the Bulls were able to achieve against a very good Sharks outfit, let's be honest, that's an incredible side. They've paid for those big guns and they've got them. How much do you think that is going to help the Bulls, having that moment of victory in the tough times? Because sometimes you've got to grind it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think getting the win in the way that they did against the Sharks will give them massive momentum for this game. Because they had to... There were periods in that game where they were on top. There were periods where they had to fight back. So they had a bit of everything in that game against the Sharks. And obviously, that last-minute drop goal from Chris Smith, getting them over the line, I think shows... And also, I think a lot of people just talk about that drop goal. But the build-up play to get into that position was also of the highest quality because there's the smallest knock-on, the smallest mistake, and the game's over and you're going to extra time. So
completely, yeah.
To have the composure in those big moments to set up that match-winning moment, I think is testament to Jake White.
Yeah.
And also to the experienced players in that Bulls.
And character. It's the character of that team. So we are sending mad love abroad. They're going to need it. Let's talk about the home ground advantage for the Stormers. They've played some scintillating rugby, as represented by the fact that they dominated the Dream Team. In fact, surely they've got to be the favourites up against Ulster.
I think so. I think home ground advantage, momentum, just the way the team has been playing in this home leg of the United Rugby Championship. I think they've only lost 1 game at home. They've drawn, I think they drew to Edinburgh earlier in the season, 22 all or something. But since then, they've pretty much blown every team away. So I think they probably have the best chance of getting into the final if we look at the 2 South African teams. But it's going to be tough. I mean, Ulster are no pushovers. So they're also one of the top teams in European rugby over the last 10 or 15 years. So it's going to be tough for them. But I think the Stormers might just have the edge because of that home ground advantage.
Let's talk about the possibility of a all-South African final. When we look at how far we've come in contrast to how we started this tournament, a big question mark over how the South African teams are going to adapt. We've proven what we can do. How big will this be for the South African franchises in the context of this tournament, man?
Yeah, I think it'll be massive. I mean, as you say, coming from pretty much obscurity in the opening couple of months of the season, not even weeks, the first 2 or 3 months, South African
like the first half.
Exactly. South African teams were basically nowhere in this competition, and to have so many Stormers players and Bulls players in the team of the tournament, to have those 2 teams in the semi-final as well, I think is testament to the quality of player that we have in South African rugby. Because I think a lot of people thought, do these teams have the squad depth to be able to cope with top-tier competition as they're going to come up against from the European opposition? And I think we've more than stacked up. I mean, you've got the likes of Ivan Roos coming through at the Stormers, Ulrich Loh at the Bulls, Kanan Moody as well, only 19 years old, and the performance he put in against the Sharks was unbelievable.
Now we just got to keep them in South Africa. Please, we got to keep them in South Africa. A superb moment for South African rugby. I think we were so worried about just coming to terms with this new system, but we've nailed it. So let's hope we're going to get that all South African final. So now Dad's got the games to watch, which is the first massive tick. But now we need some snacks to eat while we're watching the rugger. Please, can you oblige?
Oh, thank you, G-Man. Well, you know what? Father's Day, it is the opportunity to tell your dad just how much you appreciate him. Be it a new dad, an experienced dad, a granddad, dad-in-law, or even a stepdad, there must be a million father figures out there and just as many reasons for you to really show them how much you love them. Now, Clem is here and we are about to do just that so that we can look and, you know, celebrate our dads.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm going to be honest, my dad does appreciate an edible gift.
Okay.
So I kind of got a nice spread, and I want you to like kind of put together a few items you think your dad would like. I'm going to kind of mention some that my dad would like, but then I'm going to call in the Expresso sugar daddy.
Ooh.
He's going to come in, and I think he's going to enjoy it, especially after he's 6 years. He was going to want something maybe sweet.
Of course.
So we're going to do that. So let's talk about it.
And he just got married, so he doesn't have to shred for the wedding anymore.
No, not anymore. So he's going to go boss in the kitchen now. We're going to start on your side, and we've got the Drovos and the Boerewors. What's really nice about this whole range is there's a responsible element to all of it.
Yes.
So even our beef is routine, antibiotic-free, growth stimulant-free. Our chocolate, we know we're very passionate about this, is ethically, responsibly sourced. That's the chocolate right in front of you there. And then even our coffee is expertly sourced, but then locally roasted to like retain all the flavor inside there. And Woolies do now have the coffee pods as well. And I know that G comes in, doesn't say a word until he gets his coffee.
Yes.
Then he's just joking. And man, it's always hyperactive. So it's quite nice that there's a selection of everything here, so you can put together like a nice little box of flavors. So while you're doing that, I'm going to call G into the kitchen.
Okay, so I can tell you now, my dad, he is one of those easygoing people. He's very easy to buy for, but that also makes it very difficult. He really is. It's so difficult, yet so easy. Like, he's a simple man, but that makes it difficult.
Because when all the options are there, you kind of then like, okay, now where do I go now?
I think one Christmas I gave him beer, literally, because he's just that difficult to buy for, but easy. You see what I mean? So
what was his response?
No, he loved it. For Father's Day, my dad loves coffee.
Okay.
He loves a good coffee roast. He has his cup of coffee every single morning. I got my parents into drinking their collagen with their coffee, so now they are very disciplined with their coffee. So definitely the coffee. And my dad loves to snack on biltong and droewors, especially ostrich.
Right.
So, you know.
I do like the flavor of it as well. And I think it's kind of if you're going to snack, that's a nice healthy snack.
That is a nice healthy snack. And then, of course, he's also someone that he doesn't like to admit it, but if this is in the house, it will slowly but surely decrease.
You say slowly. In my house, not a chance. The Bombay mix is ridiculously amazing. It is so good.
And for your dad?
Okay, Bombay mix for sure, no doubt. Then some Boerewors, yes, but he's got a crazy, crazy sweet tooth. It's fine. I'm also like there now, weird. So I also like get like those 1 a.m. like, what? Something sweet.
You're craving something sweet.
Yeah. So, okay, these are all my favorite. We know the chocolates are absolutely amazing. The whole range, the clusters are just mind-blowing. Have you ever tried these hazelnut truffles?
I have not yet.
Wow. Okay, these are really, really good. Maybe G wants to try it when he comes into the kitchen.
I think we can get G to come into the kitchen.
I can hear the footsteps.
You know, something that also surprises me.
Okay, no, I'm one of those bird dinosaurs. Woo!
You can come on
in the middle.
This is very exciting. Oh, guys, you didn't have to. No, you did. No, you did.
Another thing I realized my dad loves is sour sweets.
Yes.
So you know those tubs of sour gummies from Woolies?
Yes.
I'm down for that.
That every night before he goes to bed, he always takes a little plate with a little cracker and something on it, a bit of nuts, his biltong, and then a sour worm.
Nice. I love it. Okay, G, very quickly.
Are those peanut clusters?
Yes, they're peanut clusters. You can pick 3 things and taste one of them. Pick 3 things that you'd like. Lindsay's watching this. She's going to say, okay, cool.
Oh,
this is what's on G's list.
Pick 3 things.
Okay, excuse me leaning over, but gotta be.
Okay.
Gotta be. I love you. Gotta be. You don't understand. And
oh, he's a coffee addict.
yeah, no, it's gotta be. Can I have all of?
All of it.
The big
all of it.
one.
Okay, so seeing you asked about the clusters, maybe you can try a cluster. So you pick the chuckles, the biltong, and the coffee beans. I told you the man loves his coffee.
I even try and make these at home myself. I absolutely love it.
Don't.
Oh, and it's got chuckles in it.
Wow, dinosaur dance, happiness, euphoria, happy, tiny
absolutely
ants.
beautiful.
You can't clap, can you?
Okay. Listen, if you want to get your hands on these delectable, delicious goodies, it is available. You can simply head on over to woolworths.co.za. And to make this Friday even more exciting, you also stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Now, share your personal Father's Day message on our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram competition post with that hashtag Woolies Father's Day, and the competition will close at midday today. That is Friday, the 17th of June. And T's and C's, in fact, it's next week Friday. No, it's this week Friday.
What, Father's Day? Oh, the date. Sorry, we're so preoccupied right now.
Are you guys stealing all the chocolates? The competition is closing on Friday, the 17th of June, and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Well, if you guys are doing that, I think I should score my dad some droeworst and a bit of snap sticks. Okay, they just left. Our dads and win. Catch Expresso to stand a chance to win a 2,500 Rand cash prize from Panado each weekday morning from the 6th to the 16th of June. Tell us what the best thing that your dad or husband does that makes him a phenomenal dad. Don't forget to include the competition hashtag A Dose of Care. Each day's competition closes at 10 a.m. and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, and if you didn't know, I'm a chef, but also a game show host.
Yes.
And it's Friday, which means it must be time for the Expresso Rewind.
Yeah.
You haven't done this in a while, you've been away.
Yeah, man.
Okay, are you excited?
I'm excited.
There's a lot up for grabs this week. Basically, you have a selection of whatever was on the table from that Woolly segment.
Okay.
So yeah,
Really?
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to play for.
But he's already grabbed some of it.
We have more.
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
more.
That
Usually
golden
there's-
monkey is coming home with me.
I know, well, I was about to say, Chef Clem, usually there's only the golden monkey up for grabs, but now you're saying we can pick from the Woolies table?
It's because I'm hosting this week.
Yeah, he's the man. Okay, so we need our sounds.
Yes, let's
I
go.
want some of that biltong.
I'm going to go.
I love it.
Okay?
I'm going to go me, but various degrees of me.
Yeah. It's not going to sound anything like that when she
It's going to be like, me!
Wow. Okay, it's a Wow, yeah, I love it. One more time. Okay, are you ready?
Here we go.
You know how the
Got
game
eaten
works?
by the dinosaur. Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question. The first person to make their sound will get a chance to answer. All right?
Yeah.
Question 1.
Yes.
What is new on Graham's left hand?
Me!
Tabiso, that is very obviously you.
A wedding band.
I mean, look at that.
Married man.
Put it back, put it back, put it back.
Oh, no.
It
Do not take the ring
Look
off.
at that.
Tabiso, you are in the lead with 1. But
He's
the
a
funny
whole
thing,
married man.
I am.
you might have been the person to score the first point, but you are the winner still. I mean,
I am.
well done. Well done,
winning
G.
for the
Well
rest of my
done.
life. Thank you.
Question 2. Keep your sounds in your head. Are you ready for it? Who plays Owen Grady in Jurassic World Dominion? It is Tabiso again.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Pretty Pat.
Chris Pratt.
The man.
Look at you, Tabiso, in the lead.
on fire.
He's awake today.
He's hot. A reminder, Zoe, you are yet to make it on the board. Graham, you too.
I've been trying, man, but my dinosaur's a bit slow.
You need to just practice. Okay, question 3. And I'm actually going to hope that Zoe Brown answers this one.
Okay.
When is Father's Day? Okay, wait. That is Zoe Brown.
That was quick.
Next week, Sunday.
But what is the date? What
The 19th of June.
Okay, let's find out. Is that the answer? Yes. Okay, well done.
This
How many
Sunday.
fathers got false hope there, thinking that we were going to get 2 Father's Day, and how many mothers made like, oh my word, it's this weekend?
I'm sorry if I inflicted panic, but it's next week, Sunday.
She set the record straight. Okay, G, you're yet to make it on the board. Come on, man. Sitting at the Biso 2, Zoe 1. What is Rian Mance's children's book called? I think the sound is a default. Okay, go on, Tabiso.
My first African adventure.
Let's see if that is the answer. My first African adventure.
Can we get VAR in here?
Yeah, we
I
can
don't
need a
know.
close-up on that.
The assistant referee is noticing some shenanigans on the...
What is there possibly to note?
Yeah, like, I think you need to be interrogated. You need to go to the kitchen.
We will have this
to face interrogation.
I'm plugged in.
You are plugged in.
I'm going to go to the kitchen.
You go to the kitchen to take your victory lap. You've done really well to
Can I grab the gold monkey?
You
The monkey is yours.
It's yours, my friend. Well done, brother.
Well done,
It's a
everyone. Well
victory
done.
lap.
Oi, oi, oi.
Man, well, you can keep those dinosaur noises, those dinosaur faces, those dinosaur reactions, and those dinosaur names coming on our WhatsApp line. We are going dino crazy. Of course, Jurassic World Dominion enters our cinemas today, and we are celebrating in style. And we want you to send us, if you were a dinosaur, send us your dinosaur name and a good roar via voice notes. It's 063 40 88863. We'd love to hear from you, but let's see what's cooking in the kitchen.
Okay, all right. I'm sure we'd like to rewind that game, but this next recipe is all about, putting your best foot forward. Food forward, like I did.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.
Okay, now listen to this. Weekends, we love them. They're made for, easy entertaining, and our Clover Elite Cheeseburger Pop-Tarts that are the perfect Moorish nibbles for any occasion. Now, thanks to the elite taste, the elite quality, and that elite texture of Clover Elite cheese, these Pop-Tarts are about to become popular in your kitchen. You like that?
I do like that. Tubbsy.
So I'm going to take you through it, unless you know how to do this.
Well, listen, I'm waiting for you to give me the instructions, but I'm seeing some mince here, I'm seeing some great spices, and then our cheese.
Perfection.
Do I just mix it all together?
You mix it all together.
So we have got
all those
some
flavors
mixed
together.
herb over here. We have got a little bit of a paprika. I'm going to add that for you, as well as a little bit of garlic powder. We've been loving our garlic powder.
You guys are fanning over that garlic powder. And then, of course, some Tusser cheese that needs to go in there. I mean, that really is the thing that's going to make this recipe. And if you want to get your hands on it, go onto our site. It's expressoshow.com. And all of those ingredients, very few ingredients you're going to need for this one, are on there. Now, Clover Elite cheese is perfectly crafted due to the 5-step crafting process that it does take to make that come to life. Bring you cheese that is superior in quality, in taste, but not just that, but in texture as well. And you can use any of your favorite Clover Elite cheese flavors in this particular recipe. So really do take it and make it your own. But what we've done here is we've used our Clover Elite Tussers cheese for its melting effect. You know, when you top it with that slice of, say, for example, Clover Elite cheddar cheese, which is my favorite, you're going to love this one for a beautiful burger experience.
So we're going to literally just take this and you're going to mush it into a bit of a patty.
That's it,
and that's what we've got over here.
And
now
then,
the rest is up to you.
Well, the rest isn't written. So the next step, what you're going to do is you are going to pay attention to your ingredients. Your ingredients are, you got some eggs on there, you got some Clover slices of cheese on there, as well as our
bacon.
There we go, as well as our sesame seeds going on there. What you want to do is you've got your phyllo pastry on there, or
puff pastry.
Maybe use like puff pastry.
Good
puff
one.
pastry is probably better, okay?
Yeah.
And then you've got some tomato sauce on there, as well as our jalapenos. Jalapenos, if you're nasty.
Okay.
What you do with all of this,
nice
now
big
please
one.
pay attention. Zoe, I want to see your face. I want the camera close to your face so I see that you're paying attention. That's the only way I'll know that you're paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
What you want to do is you want to take the, this, all right?
The patty.
Yeah, the patty, okay? Do you know what you want
I'm
to do?
watching you.
Smell it, because all those flavors are there. But you want to cut this into 4 equal situations, okay? Like I've done here.
Yes.
Next, you are going to take the burger paste patty, and you are going to put that on there. You're going to take some cheese.
Cheese.
Want that
Yes, you
melting,
definitely
place
want
it on there.
cheese.
Some jalapenos.
And some
Go on
tomato
there.
sauce.
You take some bacon nicely. What do you do with it?
You just put it on
there.
top.
And then what else?
Just some tomato sauce.
But the tomato sauce, you know, people often actually forget tomato sauce. I've seen this happen so many times. But actually, it's one of the girls you need in your recipe.
Just look how you're making a mess.
No, but that's the whole thing, right? And then you take some more pastry.
There we go. You put it on top. And then you're going to edge the corners together with a fork.
Do you wanna
Can
help
I
us
show
with
you
that?
how
Yeah,
to do
sure.
that?
I've
So you're
never
gonna
done
do
that. That's the
this.
thing. I always
So
use
now
my
you're
hands.
just going to, okay, so Tapsi made a little bit of a mess, but we're just going to simply edge the corners together like that. And then we are going to brush it with a little bit of egg white. We're going to pop it into the oven. We're also going to put a little bit of sesame seeds on. And this is how we make our delicious cheeseburger stack.
Yeah, it'll go about 20 to 25 minutes. It's an easy one to make if you are wanting to put this together. Chop, chop. Hurry up, there's no time to waste. Go on to expressoshow.com and get this recipe. And if you missed any of the steps of this recipe, you want
and
to...
then we sprinkle some of that, and then it goes into the oven.
Did you get all the steps? Did you miss any of the steps? Well, watch this.
Made with love by Clover.
What's beta glucan? Hello, do you know what beta glucan is? What is beta glucan? No one knows what beta glucan is.
Beta glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well.
Jungle, do life with heart.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in. This has got me excited. I was there, first-hand, front row seats for when the Gladiators first arrived, and I'm here once again to see them return. It's a television game show that had a cult following in South Africa, or globally, in fact, but it was big here, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they are back. So how it works is they pit contestants, very fit contestants, against a wide variety of very physical games. I say games loosely, against gladiators who are in their prime. To try to prevent them from achieving maximum points, the action takes place on an assault course that contains climbing, it's got balancing, it's got running, it's got jumping, and a lot of physical contact. And with us in studio this morning to chat about this brand new series and the trials that they have been holding is the new gladiator, Sonnet Adira Bear, and one of the legends, a man I haven't seen in probably 20 years, series original, Shannon Tusk Gaskin. Guys, oh, you can see, I'm really excited to see you again because this is real. We were talking about it when this was like, we're going to do this. This is what we want to do. Now it's happening. It's go time. But you, buddy, you're a part of my DNA, bro. How does it feel, 20 years on, being back in the fold?
Listen, I'm part of management, and that introduction was spectacular. No one could have done it.
You know, I'm ready for you, bro. You know I'm there, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to be calling you later.
Please, audition done.
It's 20 years later. I had to take this jacket out of the cupboards, and I was like, oh, it's so good to see you. 20 years later, can you believe it? Well, Dino will probably say 21 years later.
21 years. Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe
Please don't remind us, okay? Please don't remind us. It feels like yesterday, though.
No, I never thought I'd be speaking about Gladiators. I mean, since the shows ended in 2002, people were asking me, 10 years later, I'll go into a shop and I'll buy Gatsby. And the OP, hey, Tusk, why did the shows end, brother? I was like, oh, man, I came up with every excuse. It didn't last its full potential, and it's so amazing to just speak the word gladiator.
100%, because South Africa's ready for it. We're fit, we're active. We think we can take on any challenge. Exactly. It's a different story when you're out there on that assault course. I've seen it firsthand. I know what it takes for you to be a part of this. Clearly, you're in your physical prime, so you were ready for this. But how does it feel now that it's actually happening?
Quite amazing. I'm excited. It's hard work.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% committed.
And you need to be, because it's a mental game, it's a physical game, and you speak to a generation, a new generation of kids, of young people, and inspire them to be physical and get out there. But of course, you need people now to answer the call. You've been hosting trials and auditions, if you will, because you want good characters as well, but people need to be able to do it physically. How have people stacked up so far? How are you feeling about the pool of physical talent that we're dipping into?
It's quite amazing. The dedication, the hard work, and they don't give up. It's amazing. And that's what we're looking for, to never give up.
It's character, because in my experience, and Tusk, you'll relate to this, and I have to call you Tusk, I'm sorry, Shannon, but that's who you are. In my ethos, you're burnt into my brain. It's this monolith that is Tusk. It's hectic, it's intimidating. What do you think people need for this? Because for me, it looked like it was that BMT, the character in those crunch moments, but obviously you need the physical tools as well. How would you describe a competitor now?
You know, Gladiators is David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
It's based on that principle. And, you know, 20 years ago, you know, the guys were really fit. But this time around, you know, come 20 years later with social media, not even being there when we were Gladiators, the guys I see, you know, in terms of the contenders are fit, but also really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys can take a punch. You can see that they will give the Gladiators a punch. And it's obviously the underdog versus the bigger guy. And it's so nice when the underdog wins. And that's what people come. It's a sports entertainment show that's geared for families.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see the smaller guy stand up against the bigger guy. Even though the bigger guy is a big, tough guy, but he's got a gentle heart.
Yeah.
You know, Gladiators is always about sportsmanship, camaraderie, giving, you know, going at each other, but also congratulating each other, you know?
Completely. It's the spirit of being a gladiator, and it makes me, I'm getting a little emotional here, and I don't know why, but it means that much to me, because I get to now live this again with my 5-year-old boy, and he gets to see you guys, his heroes, live in action. So, Adira, let's see you live in action. I'm going to send you off to go and show us a little bit of gladiator fitness, so you can go and join Zoe over there. Shannon, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing team and bringing back what I think is one of the most wholesome family entertainment platforms that we've got. But let's see one of our brand new gladiators, Adira, in action right now. Good luck, Zoe.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, you know what? To be a gladiator, you need to be in peak physical condition in order to perform on the many challenges, obstacles that you get during the game. Now, balancing a mix of strength and agility, it really is key in being successful in the game, and also being a gladiator that no one wants to come up against. Now, one such person is Sunette. She is here, Sunette Adira Beer, and she is here about to take us through some of the workouts that she does to prepare for the challenges in this new series. Sunette, I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. Just looking at your physique, your strength, your posture, you ooze confidence and strength.
Thank you. It's actually a compliment.
Oh, no, listen, you do. You've worked hard for this, and of course, we're super excited to see this new season. But let's go through one of the workouts that you would do on a typical day. And this will be a gentle
equipment,
workout.
obviously, so it's a bit difficult, but you can do this. Okay. So let's start off with 10 squats.
Okay.
And
so leg strength is very important.
Definitely.
3, 4.
And it needs to burn, you know?
Yes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go. How do you feel?
The legs are sore because I've been focusing on legs this week, but it is a good little burn coming through on the quads.
It needs to. Okay, lunges, just standing lunges.
Okay. Okay, so we're alternating the legs.
Yes.
And on average, how often do you train?
Every day.
Every single day?
Every day.
For how long?
An hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're obviously doing what you would probably call a warm-up, but take me through
actually
what some of your physical training would actually entail.
So it's definitely strength training, weights, and also a lot of cardio. You need to be fit.
Okay.
So it's literally a bit of everything.
Little bit of everything. So now we've done the squats, we've done a little bit of lunges.
Yeah. And legs. So let's go off to push-ups.
Okay.
10 push-ups.
10 push-ups.
Yes, let's go.
I will do the modified version. You can do the full version. I feel like...
Are you going to do the lady version?
The modified version.
The modified?
Okay, and here we go.
2. 8, 9, 10.
There we go.
And while we're there, we're going to plank.
Okay, let me get into the plank position. What's the longest you plank for?
About 5 minutes.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
I think if I can do 30 seconds, I'm happy.
But then you're like shaking like this.
Oh, wow. So you would on average plank for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, that is insane. Sunette, this was amazing having you here, giving us a brief insight into what you do for a warm-up, but also just to give us some insight into what you do training. And of course, we are looking forward to this new season, and it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Well, listen, stay up to date. It was amazing having you here. And of course, we still have so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show while I catch my breath.
Thank you.
1 in 2 healthy South African women suffer from iron deficiency. Speak to your healthcare professional about getting tested and treated for iron deficiency. Brought to you by FerryMed.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Not that you needed reminding. Welcome back, first of all. But obviously the big news this whole year, I think, is that Tropical Island of Treasure is back.
Oh,
and
yes.
better than ever. This is big, guys. Season 10 is here, and they're coming back with the best of the very best, bringing you an all-star
I mean,
cast.
you want to be
Superstars.
a part of this, right? But what would this kind of entertainment be without giving away some, you know, really massive all-star type prizes to all of you Tropica fans out there? Because that's what you deserve. That's what you do deserve.
Okay, so let's lay it down for you. These incredible prizes include Suzuki products worth up to 250,000 Rand, a quarter of a million, yo. So you could even choose between a car or a bike.
What would you pick? Now, as a married man.
I wouldn't be allowed to pick a bike, I can tell you that right now. But that's not all. You could even win Uber vouchers worth 10,000 Rand, 10 grand, rest assured beds, a trip to the island of the Seychelles, and so much more. It's massive.
Okay, now listen to this. Things are heating up. Today's lucky winner of one of these really awesome prizes with a price is, give us a drum roll, please. It's Tiani January out in KZN! Well done! Wow!
Thank you
That's
so
a lot of
much,
bass.
guys.
That's a lot of bass. Tiane, how are you doing, my friend? Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. I remember seeing you in Durban. It's great.
Ah, man, listen here. This is really fantastic. You must be thrilled. You can now finally say goodbye to your restless nights and say hello to uninterrupted
Goodbye
sleep,
to
right?
back pain.
And Bud, we've had the opportunity, not to say that we sleep in studio, not all of us, all the time. We've been able to put the rest assured beds to the test. Honestly, they are the best in their class. Absolutely beautiful. So congratulations. You are going to be sleeping smoother than ever before. Buddy, how does it feel knowing that you've won this incredibly valuable bed? 10,000 Rands worth of sleep is now yours, my bro.
I'm going to be sleeping on 10,000 Rand worth of comfort, you know? That's great.
And who are you going to be sharing this prize with, like on a regular basis, enjoying it with?
Nobody. Nobody. It's my bed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
At least nobody yet, man. Buddy, I've got to ask you, because we're obviously so excited about the All-Star season. What are you looking forward to most on this season of Tropica Island of Treasure? Are there any beautiful dames, beautiful guys, moments that you're looking forward to? What's got you excited about this season?
I'm just hoping someone from KZN takes the big prize.
I like
that. I'm really,
You know what?
Someone from KZN.
Yeah, there are certainly some all-star contestants hailing from KZN. I mean, Kumalo is one, so hopefully, you know, she recognizes that you do root for her and she comes back with that 1 million.
Oh, it's crazy, man. So we're going to say, well done, Ntiane. Hopefully your luck will translate or transfer to the KZN superstars taking part, and of course, those that have entered. But congratulations. You've got your bet now. There are 2 more. Rest assured, treasures up for grabs. So this is what you really have to do. Make sure that you stay tuned and get all of those competitions. And if you want to be a lucky winner, just like Mtiane, you can get one of those 2 rest assured beds up for grabs and a whole lot more by entering. And all you need to do is follow these smooth steps, and perhaps you too could be a winner. Break it down for
Pretty
us.
simple. Buy the promotional Tropica bottle with the red cap. You won't miss it. Then find your unique code underneath the cap, and then all you have to do is then follow the simple instructions. You'll find them on your Tropica product to enter by dialing *120 *8767 hash. No, star 120 *8767 star. Then you enter that unique code followed by the hash button on your cell phone to complete your entry, and you could be winning those amazing prizes. We've still got airtime, data, as well as Uber vouchers.
Yep, so bottom line, go and buy a Tropica today, and you could be winning one of your very own treasures, and they are massive, and they're really valuable, so don't forget, the competition closes at the end of June, so you don't have a huge amount of time, but you can find all the terms and conditions and more information on tropica.co.za. Good luck.
Checking these,
Yeah, no, I think we've got to just got to I think.
Want to win a taste of the smooth life? Buy a Tropica, find your unique code under the cap, and stand a chance to win your share of 100,000 Rand worth of Uber vouchers. If you find the word treasure under your cap, you will win one of these 10 big prizes: a gas hob, a fridge, a clothing voucher worth 10,000 Rand, one of 3 rest assured beds, or one of 2 Uber vouchers worth 10,000 Rand each. You could also win a trip for two to the smooth Seychelles, or a whopping 250,000 Rand worth of prizes from Suzuki. So buy a Tropica today and you could win big. See pack for details. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Oh, well, listen, you are in for a treat. We're about to bring you all of the sass and all of the attitude because Jodye Yankees, she is back and she's here to join us with her next track off the album titled I'm Never Gonna Love You, and this is from her album Woorde. Jodye, the floor is yours.
I'm never gonna love you. I'm never gonna say I do. I'm never gonna be a fool for you. You've promised me the moon and the stars, baby, I know them by heart. There's nothing you can give me that I haven't had this far. I'm already my best part. But I don't care for your love. I don't wanna be taken care of. I don't need you to love my flaws and scars. I have me on my own heart. You can try and change my mind, but baby, I'm just not the kind of girl who's gonna love your pain away. 'Cause I promised me the moon and the stars, baby, that's how I know them by heart. There's no one you can be that I haven't been for me. I'm my own lover, don't you see? But I don't care for your love. I don't wanna be taken care of. I don't need you to love my flaws and scars. I have me and my own heart. But I don't care for your love. I don't wanna be taken care of. I don't need you to love my flaws and scars. I have me and my own heart. I don't need you to love my flaws and scars. I have me and my own heart. I don't need you to love my flaws and scars. I have me and my own
Jodye Yankees on your Feel Good Breakfast show. This is a song off her album Woorde. She's going to be back with one more performance, so don't go anywhere. It's now that time of the morning for us to get a final look at your morning headlines.
Ah, what a voice. Thank you very much for that, Jodye. Time for us to take a final look at your news headlines. Starting off here in South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa has suspended Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane with immediate effect. The presidency said that yesterday they stated Mkhwebane would remain suspended until an impeachment process in Parliament had been completed. Impeachment hearings are due to start on July the 11th. Now, this decision came despite Mkhwebane's attempts to litigate to prevent her suspension. A judgment from the Western Cape High Court in which she urgently sought an interim interdict preventing her suspension is currently pending. Staying here in South Africa, the National Taxi Alliance says that it will be business as usual, despite reports of a planned national shutdown today over high fuel prices. There have been a number of messages and posters circulating on social media platforms, particularly on WhatsApp, calling for a national shutdown. National Taxi Alliance spokesperson Theo Malele, however, said that negotiations with government over the high fuel prices are ongoing. The South African National Taxi Council also dismissed rumours of a national shutdown. In news making international headlines, Nigerian authorities say they suspect the militant group Islamic State West Africa Province, otherwise known as ISWAP, carried out the deadly attack at a church in Owo in Nigeria's Ondo state last Sunday, in which 40 people died and dozens more were wounded. Nigeria's Interior Minister Rauf Aregbosola made the announcement while briefing journalists after a Security Council meeting chaired by the President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Palace in Abuja. This is the first time the Nigerian authorities have blamed any group for the attack. Now, Bill Gates believes that COVID-19 has given humanity an opportunity to prepare for future pandemics, especially ones that could destabilize all of society, and it would cost an estimated $1 billion a year. He called for the world to create a global team of some 3,000 infectious disease experts to help all countries improve their epidemic responses and equip local scientists with the means to report outbreaks. Gates said there's more than a 50% chance of another pandemic in the next 20 years. Now, two South African schools, West End Primary in Mitchells Plain, Cape Town, and Pinelands North Primary in the mother city are in the running for a place in the world's top 10 schools. Now, if either of them wins, there's a prize of 765,000 Rand waiting, and they're competing with schools from countries including Brazil, India, Jamaica, and Australia for the awards run by T4 Education, which helps teachers worldwide to network, collaborate, share good practices, and support each other's efforts to improving learning. Now, welcoming the shortlisting yesterday, Western Cape Premier Alan Wende said that it was a massive achievement, and he added, I quote, under the leadership of Principals Anne Morton and Clive Aris, Pinelands North Primary as well as West End Primary, respectively, have stood out for overcoming adversity by affording every learner the opportunity to succeed in a caring and nurturing school environment. And of course, the learners of these schools have also played an important role in representing their schools and values. Now, the two schools are the only ones from South Africa shortlisted in the awards 5 categories. We wish them all of the best. Bring it home. That's where we leave it for this morning. Here is a final look at your weather with Graham.
Thank you so much, Tubbs. Let's start here in South Africa, where the SA Weather Service says the Indian summer experienced in the past few days in South Africa is sadly over, as a series of cold fronts are now expected to make landfall from this Sunday. So the first cold front is expected to reach the Western Cape on Sunday evening. Then ahead of it, strong northwesterly winds around 50 to 60 kilometers an hour, gusting up to 70 to 80 kilometers an hour expected over the southern parts of the Northern Cape and, of course, the interior of the Western and Eastern Cape. So please do be aware of that. Then another cold front is expected to reach the Western Cape on Monday evening through to Wednesday afternoon, bringing much rain in the southwestern parts of the Western Cape. These cold fronts are expected to result in strong winds, high waves, heavy rain, light snow, in fact, and a significant drop in temperature, so please be careful out there. Next, we move to one of our favorite parts of the mornings, undoubtedly, and that's showcasing the sunrise images received from you, our amazing viewers, who are photographic geniuses, and that's via our Expresso WhatsApp line. So first First up, Simon shared, and this was from Uitenhage, in fact, he shared this spectacular shot with us, showing off a sky filled with multiple hues melting into one another. Look at that. Then Clint from Gqeberha captured this beautiful image of a cloud-filled sky being illuminated perfectly as the sun begins to rise. Oh, worth getting up for the early morning. Then William Dlamini from Dedoorns, he shared this beautiful shot of the sun rising, just peeking over the mountains and casting a beautiful pink glow. Then Nigel Waterboer from Atlantis, he started his day by the ocean where he captured this bold sunrise beautifully. Well done. What a beautiful way to start the day. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing and it really does inspire us. So please don't forget, if you would like to share your sunrise images with us, all you got to do is send it through to our WhatsApp line. That's 063 408 8863. All right, it is the foot of the weekend, so let's see what temperatures we can expect as we move into the rest of our Friday. Starting in Polokwane, your low, chilly start 4 going up to 20. In Mbombela, 10 and 22 degrees your range for the day. Pretoria ranging from 6 and 21. Johannesburg, a chilly start at 5 going up to 19. Mahikeng, 5 is your low, a high of 23. Klerksdorp, 2 is where you kickstart the day going up to 22 degrees. Kimberley started on 4 degrees going up to a max of 21. Bloemfontein, 1 degrees is a chilly start, but you will get up to a moderate 20. Then 61% chance of rain in Richards Bay as you range between 13 and 22 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, 7 your low, 22 degrees your high. Durban, moderate as always, 14 and 23 degrees your range. Mthatha, your low is 6 going up to a max of 23 degrees. It's London, 14 and 22. Cradock, 2 degrees is your low going up to a high of 22. Gqeberha, 11 your day starts at, and then of course goes up to a high of 22. George, 13 and 23. Cape Town, no rain until Sunday at least, but 16 is your moderate low going up to a nice sunny 25 degrees. Worcester, 14 and 26. Sutherland ranging between 8 and 19. Uppington, winter hasn't really kicked in there yet either. 8 degrees your low going up to a beautiful 26 degrees. So I'm going to say it probably for the last time in the next 2 weeks. Don't forget your sunscreen and those hats, and just be aware of those cold fronts hitting and making landfall over the weekend, and have a beautiful day regardless of the weather.
Okay, so we are in the third and the final hour of the show. Yeah, on your Feel Good Breakfast show, lots more Feel Good coming your way. We're going to be catching up with Trevor Stearman, one of our favorite iconic photographers out in Joburg, for his exhibition, A Place Called Home. And then we've got more performances from Jodye Yankees, and then, you know, a dance, because it's a Friday. It's the Friday dance, so stick around.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso indeed. Listen, it is a busy show, and recently we had Kuhle Adams interviewing the award-winning contemporary multimedia visual artist Trevor Stearman.
He's doing lots of amazing work at the moment, currently hosting his very first South Africa solo exhibition. It's titled A Place Called Home. Now, let's check out Trevor, okay, because he's amazing, giving Kuhle a tour behind his amazing exhibition. Watch this.
Good morning to everyone in studio. Good morning to you at home. Igamalam Kuhle Adams coming to you from Parktown, Johannesburg. It's a special way to start any day. We are with award-winning contemporary multimedia visual artist Trevor Stearman. He's about to take us through his first solo exhibition in South Africa titled A Place Called Home. We may have witnessed his work on Beyonce's Black is King visual album, and also was the photographer for the official beauty campaign for Coming to America sequel, and he's here to tell us all about the inspiration behind his solo exhibition. Thank you so much for inviting us to the space. How are you feeling?
firstly, thank you so much for coming through, and I'm feeling very blessed and very grateful of the moment and excited to unpack this place called home.
We talk about a place called home. It's your first solo exhibition in South Africa. What can we expect?
In terms of what you can expect, I think you can expect some of the softest parts of my heart expressed in, I guess, in a visual way, and you can expect to walk and to visit some of the countries that I've felt at home.
Trevor, we're going to start off in the living room. I am just in awe of the beautiful photography on display right now. Take us through it.
So this series is called Arise Africa, and it was shot in Lagos, Nigeria at Arise Fashion Week. And yeah, and it's just a celebration of the beauty of the continent. Nigeria is one of my most favorite countries, purely because of its resilience and the vibrancy and the boldness. And yeah.
Were you being intentional with how you've decided to curate it?
Absolutely. I think the intentions behind this room's curation is to reflect an actual lounge and a living space, and these images reflect family portraits, and that's something you typically find in every home, and or rather most homes. And yeah, this is my own interpretation of just family portraiture.
These absolutely resemble that. They're absolutely stunning. Trevor, I would love to see more of the spaces that you have on show. Can you please take us through?
You can. So this is one of my favorite rooms. The work here was shot in Dakar, Senegal. This room is dedicated to Tongoro. Tongoro is one of my absolute favorite brands on the continent, and this work is a celebration of what we call Tongoro beauty.
Where do you draw that inspiration to say, this is how I want this to be received?
I see artwork or any type of work that I do, it takes on a life of its own, and I kind of release and let go. Once it's out, it takes on its own life, and I think that's the beauty of it.
We've seen the living room in Nigeria. We have experienced the dining room in Senegal. Where is the final space for us to see?
So the final space is like more in my head space. It's not an actual place.
Ooh, okay. I see the bold print. I see everything coming alive. Some interesting artifacts as well hanging there. Take us through your mind.
This series is inspired by 7 colors, and it's just about, I guess, self-portraiture and just a celebration of oneself. For the first time, I was quite intentional about shooting myself and framing it and deeming it as important. This was like to celebrate myself. And in terms of the sculptures behind, or rather in front of us, were done by Atang Chikare, and they are titled Maru, which means clouds, and in this instance they're dark clouds, and the idea behind it was to subvert the meaning of what dark clouds are, you know. And in life sometimes we go through challenges and we go through moments where we feel like they are dark clouds, you know, and these are, I guess, just subverting that and bringing beauty to such a dark and daunting thought.
Finally, Trevor, a place called home, your first solo exhibition. How are you feeling once again?
I'm feeling grateful and very excited, because I feel like through this I've learned so much. When you poured so much into a project, it's only, I guess, it can only go higher from here.
Absolutely. It can only go higher from here. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home, and most importantly, inviting us into your mind and your brain to see how it works. This is incredible. It's the start of more incredible exhibitions, Trevor. You are out of this world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If you haven't called home, this is your nudge to do just that. Make sure to go over to plankton.mobi to purchase a ticket. It's 50 Rand and it runs up until the 19th of June. And the exhibition is on from Tuesdays up until Saturdays. It has been an incredible pleasure waking up with you today. Gamalam Gukusha Adams coming to you from Johannesburg. I hope that you have a fantastic day further.
Oh, that exhibition is simply exquisite.
Yep, take us home, Trevor. Take us
There
home.
we go. Well, if you want to get your hands, well, on some tickets, they are available. It's 50 Rand and you can purchase them at plankton.mobi.
Yep, and this exhibition will run until Sunday, the 19th of this month. So take your dad there. It's a treat. It's beautiful. It's all art in Parktown, Johannesburg. It's worth checking out.
Art of the highest degree, and speaking of art, it's time to colour your life with Plascon. So over the past few weeks, we've given you guys the chance to live the Plascon lifestyle, the dream, by giving away 6 incredible Plascon vouchers valued at 5,000 Rand. That'll take you far. And today we are announcing our final winner. But first, let's take a look at some of your comments from last week. And of course, we asked you guys online, what is your favorite thing about Plascon paint? And we've gone through so many value adds. Definitely the quality and affordable prices, not forgetting the lovely colors. Hashtag Plascon lifestyle. That one came from Ruxana Muller. Then we had another one coming through from Michelle Megan Thomas. And she said that my favorite thing about Plascon paint is it's long-lasting, which is value for money. It's easy to clean and low odor, which is perfect as I have 2 little girls. That is quality paint. Hashtag Expresso Show. Hashtag Plascon lifestyle. Then the next one came through from Charlene Naidu, and she focused on the durability and quality of the paint. Thank you so much to all of you who have entered. We have walked a long journey together, and I've been amazed at how much value you can get out of this paint. And with 5,000 Rand, of course, it will take you far. So without any further ado, let's announce our final winner in this amazing journey. Can I get our 10th drum roll for the day? Let it build. A massive congratulations to Mapule Makua! That's a smile of a winner right there. Congratulations, Mapule. You have just won yourself that 5,000 Rand Plascon voucher. And this is what Mapule had to say with her entry. She said, Plascon is the best paint. It takes a shorter period to dry. It looks fine and smooth on walls, making it easier to wipe the wall without paint getting faded or dull. On the mark. That's the comment of a winner. And as a result, she has won herself a 5,000 Rand voucher. And right now, Mapule is on the line. Good morning, Mapule. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Sam. How are you?
Oh, I am so much better for making you a winner this morning. You wrote in with a beautiful comment. How does it feel? You now have a 5,000 Rand Plascon voucher headed your way. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm filled with emotions of joy. I am truly grateful to Espresso Morning Show and Plascon. This prize has truly brightened up my soul.
And it's going to brighten up your house. I love the fact that you now get to transform your space. So the big question is, what have you decided to paint? Are you going to paint a particular room? Are you going for the exterior? How are you going to use your voucher?
Oh, I'm definitely going to paint our living room because, you know, our living room is the most important room in the house because that's where we all gather and create our blissful memories. So we're definitely going to paint it.
Oh, I'm so glad. And this, you know, is an investment in that living space that will last a long time. Another question, because they've got an amazing range of colors. Do you have at this stage, I don't want to put the pressure on you, but what is your favorite color? What color are you going to go for your living room?
I'm going to paint it with the Plascon color combination for 2022. And that is the Pure Fantasy. I just love the color. It's just smooth. And it's very smooth. So it's beautiful. So I'm truly going for it.
Oh, congratulations. It's a brilliant choice. And you sound like a worthy winner. I'm so glad that we are able to help you in this way. Congratulations once again, Mapule. Enjoy it. And enjoy making those magical memories in your living space. And please send us a picture once it's done. We want to see the end results. But Mapule, congratulations. Well done again.
Thank you. Definitely, I'll send them through. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, what a gem. Well, the excitement isn't over yet. Plascon has partnered with Decorex Africa to give 10 lucky viewers the chance to each win a double set of tickets to attend Decorex Cape Town between the 16th and the 19th of June at the CTICC. All you've got to do is simply reply to the Plascon competition post on that's Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, or our Instagram pages. You'll find it pinned there. And what we are looking forward to the most at this year's Decorex is what we want to hear from you. And there are amazing shows happening at Decorex this year. But remember to include that hashtag, the Plascon Lifestyle, and hashtag Decorex Africa. The competition closes at midnight, Sunday the 12th of June. It's fast approaching, so get on it, but you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Good luck.
Your generosity can ignite a love for reading amongst our youth. Share your homegrown story. See Cadbury Story Edition packs. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. Yes, it is. Your feel-good breakfast show. It's Espresso on this beautiful Friday. Now, we'll keep telling you this, okay? Listen to this. Christmas. It comes early on Espresso as Golden Cloud and Beacon. You know, they search for South Africa's best friends baking duo. It could be you. You know, from go-go's to grandkids, no matter your age.
Why did you point at me when you said that? Come on.
No matter your age, grab your best friend and stand the chance to win that 50,000 Rand grand prize.
Whoa.
The ultimate Christmas in July bake. It's exciting.
See, I'm doing it already, bro. This is for our entry.
No, you're showcasing.
We're going to do
You are the strong part of our friendship. Yeah.
So here's the important info. To enter the challenge, what you've got to do is create your bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon, as we're doing with our beautiful little faces here.
Giving them
nice biscuits. And, of course, you've got to then share a photo of that bake on the Golden Baker Search Christmas in July edition competition posts on our Expresso Facebook, Twitter pages, and on our WhatsApp line as well. And this number is 063-814-230000, and you've got to use that hashtag Golden Baker Search. And then you've got to tell us why you are South Africa's best baking duo and why you think your creation is the best, like our little faces here.
Look at that. complete decorating that Christmas snowman bakes up what we just done now. So, for all of you out there who do have a passion, you know, for baking, and you want to share that with the country, with the world, man, this is your chance to take center stage. You could be one of the 5 finalists competing here on Expresso live, and you'll be under pressure as we are for that chance to win the grand prize of 50,000 rand. Okay, now the winning duo is going to be crowned right here on the show next month in July. Enter the search. Stand the chance to win really, really.
Are you still eating
big.
sweets? Have you stopped eating sweets for this
Why
entire
are you
day? Come on,
always
man.
checking me, man?
And, you know, the joy of this, obviously, you stand the chance of winning one of, I think, 2 amazing hampers weekly. Those are each valued at 500 Rand, and that's brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon. And those entries close on the 17th of July, so you've got some time to work on those skills, fine-tune them, but you can get all the details and the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. I had to make a 3-eyed little monster.
Yeah, but that's scary.
That's for Jack. No, it's for my little boy, man. You've got to do it. But this is the vibe, man. Just enjoy it, but you've got to be good. I was there for the last edition, and the talent was
heated.
immense.
It was heated. So get entering. Expressoshow.com for the T's and C's.
You taste them.
Beacon. That's so good.
Oh, God.
Oh, listen, we are in for a treat. We have Jodye Yankees on your Feel Good Breakfast show, sorry. And she is here to perform her final performance. And she was nominated for a SAMA, her very first one, just 2 days ago. And this one is for her debut album, Woorde. En jy is genomineer in die contemporary musiek category. And how does it feel being nominated in that category?
Yes, it's a massive achievement, you know. Ek het die call gekry van Melvin F. He's my producer. En ek het letterlik geshock. Ek was verlam die hele dag. Maar dit is 'n groot achievement. Ek is baie chuffed.
Oh, well, listen, we are so proud of you, and you are here to perform your final song. This one is titled Lied van my hart, en ek is seker van jy gaan van jou hart af sing. Yes. Well, hier is Jodye Yankees op jou goed voel ontbytprogram.
Sukkel jy die geluid van die spotters so duidelik in my oor die storie wat ek vertel dis nie maklik nie ek sweer maar die storie is my werklikheid ek vertel dit weer en weer met die lied van my hart, die melodie van my tong, die liriek as my leier, dis my storie, dis my song, ja, die skrif is teen die muur, ek praat met melodie, skare saam moet luister, dit is my song. Die woorde oor my lippe, kom sukkel jy. dis my storie, dis my song. Ja, die skrif is teen die muur. Ek praat met melodie. Skare saam met luister. Dit is my song. Met die lied van my hart. Die melodie van my tong. Die liriek as my leier. Dis my storie, dis my song. Ja, die skrif is teen die muur. Ek praat met melodie. Skare saam met luister. Dit is my song. Ja, skare saam met luister. Dit is my song.
Jodye Yankees on your feel-good breakfast show with her debut album, Woorde, receiving its first SAMA nomination. Absolutely incredible. You have a voice of an angel. Your voice is so powerful. We were so mesmerized. That was such a beautiful performance. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, well, listen, keep your eyes out for Jodye Yankees. She is going to be, she's going to bring it home. We're holding fingers crossed for that SAMA nomination. So all the best of luck and support her music. Her album is called Woorde.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Welcome back, live here on S3 on a feel-good Friday. Now, it's time to talk skin, beauty, and all of those things.
And the question is, have you found the perfect Father's Day gift yet? Well, if not, our beauty editor, Nox Mafu, has got you covered with some of her favorite beauty gifts. And this is from Woolworths.
Today, I'm on a mission to get the perfect gift for my dad. You guys know what time it is? It is June, which means it's time for Father's Day. And what better place than Woolworths to get the perfect gift from either a luxurious fragrance or grooming solutions or skincare items that will change his life. Now it's time for you to join me as I get my father the best gift that he can get for Father's Day. Let's go. What better way to kick off the gifting season than with a classic fragrance? And I love the W Beauty Eau de Toilette Marrakesh. It has exotic spices and really great oriental notes, which are obviously inspired by the beautiful destination. So make sure you get this in your bag. When I think of Tom Ford, the words that come to mind are sophisticated, suave, and elegant. Upgrade your father's life with the Tom Ford Oud Wood. Now, this is a strong and classic smell that will really upgrade your dad's arsenal, but also make sure that it lasts, because all you need is a little dab. Father's Day is about boosting your dad's confidence. I love the Tobacco Original Beard Wax and their beard oil because it is a great thing to have in winter. So for those drier months where your hair is brittle, the beard wax is incredible for styling and making sure it has a glossy finish. And if you add the oil, it becomes softer and easier to work with. So make sure you've got the killer combo. Elevate his skincare this Father's Day with the Clarence Men Line Control Cream. This magic product has the ability to reduce fine lines and prevent anti-aging. Now, it draws on the medicinal plant called Ting Flower, which has really great abilities to take care of fine lines, but also it has caffeine, which allows for that double chin effect to disappear so that you have a stronger jawline. We all know that the winter woes come with dry skin, which is why the Clinique for Men Maximum Hydrator is exceptional to combat that. The 72-hour auto-replenishing hydrator allows the skin to lock in its own moisture and can be used in the morning and the evening, and is a lightweight gel formula, which is great for all types of skin. No shop is complete without getting my father's favorite moisturizer from Long Market Barber. This gel moisturizer has a woody citrus smell, which is incredible. It is also endorsed by Beauty Without Cruelty and is vegan friendly. This lightweight moisturizer is great for travel and can be used on any skin type, which makes it an even better perk. Thank you. Now get that special man in your life the perfect Father's Day gift from fragrances, skincare, or grooming solutions here at Woolworths. But I have an exclusive online deal for you. If you go onto the Woolies website between now and the 14th of June, you can get a 25% discount on fragrances. So what are you waiting for? Get shopping.
It's the Woolies difference. Get it for Dad ahead of Father's Day on the 19th of this month, which is next week Sunday. Don't miss. You can shop all of those special gifts for your dad online, in store, as well as on the Woolies app. Make the difference.
Oh, beautiful stuff, but why stop there? The celebration of our fathers continue with this next competition.
Introducing new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere.
Oh, listen, we are celebrating dads, and this is such a beautiful quote. A truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms even when his hands are empty. Now, you stand the chance, I know it's beautiful, to be the winner with Panado every weekday with a cash prize of 2,500 Rand up for grabs. And all you have to do is reply to the competition post on Facebook and Twitter and tell us about your phenomenal dad or husband. And today we have our 4th lucky winner on the line right now. Should we get a drum roll in,
Let's
please?
do it again, please. A massive congratulations to Dimakatso Mosetlo! Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at Dimakatso's comments. And this is what the post said. A phenomenal dad is somebody who is exceptional, extraordinary, incredible, amazing, astonishing, astounding, stunning, marvelous, magnificent, wonderful, sensational, and more. My dad is the best dad in the world. Hashtag a dose of care. I absolutely love that. And it seems that we've got Dimakatso on the line right now. Dimakatso, a very good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, you sound so excited. We are so excited as well. Congratulations. 2,500 Rand is on its way to you. How are you feeling?
I'm so happy. It's just so magical and full of joy because it's my first time winning. So I'm so happy.
Oh, we are happy for you.
Definitely, and what a prize to win. Now, that is such a beautiful comment you wrote about your dad, saying that your dad's the world's best dad. How will you be celebrating Dad this Father's Day?
I will be spending the day with my dad and my family, break out some fun board games, put Dad's favorite movies or TV series.
I absolutely love it. I think we all value the time that we have with the people closest to us now more than ever. What are you going to use the money for? Is Dad going to get an extra special present, or are you going to spend it on yourself?
I'll spend it on my dad. I'll buy something special, take him out, buy some clothes, anything he needs.
Oh.
That is so special.
You sound like an amazing daughter. Clearly, your dad has done a brilliant job bringing you up. Congratulations. We are so happy that you're a winner this morning. And we are sending you and your family, and especially your dad, who sounds like a gem, all of our love. So from the Expresso family to yours, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
So sweet.
Oh, so special. And never forget to let your dads know that they are appreciated. Now, there's still a chance for you to be the next winner, so enter our Panado Father's Day competition right now. And if you want to know how, here's how. Celebrate our dads and win. Catch Expresso to stand a chance to win a 2,500 Rand cash prize from Panado each weekday morning from the 6th to the 16th of June. Tell us what the best thing that your dad or husband does that makes him a phenomenal dad. Don't forget to include the competition hashtag a dose of care. Each day's competition closes at 10 a.m. and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Okay, it's time to dial up the fun. Dial up the fun vibes, the good times, the feel good. The performing arts, as we know, one of the most rewarding but also challenging and remarkable careers that one could choose. And, you know, we're dialing up the fun because there are many who believe that you don't choose to perform, it chooses you. And you're going to see why these guys have been chosen by the performing arts. Joining us for the Expresso Friday Dance is the Leighton Alexander Musical Theatre Academy, otherwise known as LAMTA. You're going to see what they are made of. Guys, do you think?
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. yesterday. Yes, I believe in yesterday.
On your feel-good breakfast show. It's true. You don't choose the performing arts. It chooses you, and it has chosen us. And this madness of dance, of fluidity, of movement, and this talent comes your way after this.
There's one more. Yeah.
1 in 2 healthy South African women suffer from iron deficiency. Speak to your healthcare professional about getting tested and treated for iron deficiency. Brought to you by FerryMed.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. One last opportunity to let our spirits soar. This is the second time this morning that Leighton Alexander Musical Theatre Academy, otherwise known as Alamta, is standing by for another majestic performance. But I've got Dwayne Alexander here, one of the directors, and a man whose heart, I would imagine, is very much invested in these young souls who are unbelievably talented. And yes, very good looking as well, okay? But there's something special brewing here. Tell me a little bit about this academy and why you brought these amazing youngsters together.
Oh, my word. Yeah, Alamta's been a couple of years in the making. We're in our 4th year of operation, but, you know, it's been a dream of Anton and myself, who are the directors, for probably about 10 years. We just both being very involved in the industry, performers, directors, choreographers. We just felt that we have lots to share with the new generation of performers. So we started Lambda. We have the endorsement and the benefactor of Peter Turin, who's the country's biggest producer. We're housed on top of Theatre on the Bay and Camps Bay, which is the prime
All
location.
of you are basically guaranteed jobs, which is great. So that's the first step. Tick.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well for themselves. And yeah, we just felt a real need to sort of like supplement the industry that we love so much with, talent who can do it all. So all our students sing, act and dance. It's a beautiful environment, great energy in the building. And we're busy preparing for our first dance production this year. It's called Come Together. It is a Beatles tribute show, but the twist is that all the songs are covers of the Beatles songs. So that's the sort of covered part, and then the uncovered part is we sort of delve into a little bit of the behind the scenes, some of the Skinner, some of the sort of lesser known facts about the Beatles. So it's yeah, totally. So it's not just a pure dance program. Yes, it is, but there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of different genres of dance. We've got the most incredible choreographers on board. Yeah, like the Cape Town. In fact, South Africa's who's who of choreographers. It's an incredible lineup.
The industry, I'm now married to a dancer, okay? Just in case you didn't see the sparkle. I still can't dance, but I have a deep appreciation for what it does to one's character, especially young people. There is something so special about being able to express yourself in this way. Why should people come and watch this show?
Well, like you say, it's about the expression. It's about the discipline that it takes to be a dancer, I mean, these students, they work so incredibly hard, and they're busy doing exams at the moment and rehearsing umpteen hours a week in different genres. The show itself is informative, entertaining. It's if you love the Beatles music, it's a big tick. Even if you're not yeah, exactly. But even if you're not the biggest Beatles fan, there's so much to witness in terms of talent, in terms of content, in terms of just a good night out. And the show's called Come Together, obviously the Beatles song, but also we're still in the phase of trying to get people back into the theatre. So we want people to come together, support theatre, support young uprising talent. Yeah, it's a guaranteed to be a great night.
Buddy, what you've created is a little talent factory, and keep churning them out, my friend.
With absolute pleasure.
The industry needs it. It sounds like you've done all of the groundwork to create a platform for them to soar. So, shall we let them soar?
Let them soar.
What are they going to be performing now for us?
So this piece is called Get Back. It's the Tina Turner, Ike Turner version of the song. It's choreographed by Jared Shadler, and this is a small little a sample of what they can expect from Come Together.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this talent onto our studio floor. And this is a special performance space. Some of the best in the world have performed here, and you guys stack up. So without further ado, let's let the Lambda crew do their thing. Dwayne, follow me. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Guys, have fun.
did the zombie. You did the zombie. I saw it all, guys. It's a bit of a silly question asking who's comfortable on the mic, but who's going to take this microphone? I need someone to speak. Who's still got it? You got it, girl. You got it. Okay. So, guys, I think you've made it, okay? And you've obviously gone through training, and you've got some pretty cool moves. But there's a move that you're missing, guys. And I feel like I'm going to do you a disservice if I don't teach you this right now, okay?
Yeah.
So it's a pretty famous move, okay? World famous now. And it's called the meerkat, okay? And it's serious business, all right? So I'm going to need you to follow me right now. Hands come up like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but remember, meerkat's always like standing up tall,
That's all.
Eye on the sky.
Eye in the sky.
One hand comes up.
Yeah.
Then the meerkat's got to clean his head. Oh, you've got it, you've got it! You got the meerkat. I love you. See, it is a real move. I've been telling them for ages that it's a real move. All right, so here's the deal. You're going to teach me one move, one cool move that a guy who can't dance can do. Is there something that you can break down for me?
To get back.
Okay, let's get. Are you telling me to get back?
Okay. So you're going to jump back, and you're going to lift your arms up, both like this.
Okay.
Then you jump back again. Head goes to the side. Yeah. Jump back. Head. Jump back. And head.
Oh, you're absolutely beautiful. You guys are so talented. I can feel the passion, and that is the most important thing when you perform. These beautiful souls. You're lucky he's injured, otherwise he would have been burning up this dance floor. See, I told you the meerkat is
a thing. It's a
real dance
sensation.
move. You can use it in any show at any time. You guys are amazing. I cannot wait to have you back when your careers have exploded, because that's what's going to happen. Can we get a last round of applause for that? Get back. Well, we love you. See you on Monday. Congratulations to all our winners. We'll see you Monday.
You guys can dance.
She had it coming, but she gets it while she can. So get back, say get on back, get back to where you want.
For when it's chilly or rainy or just for the sake of it, here's the toastiest ways of keeping winter at bay, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.